Whoosh. Hey, everybody. Whoosh. Welcome to week 93, episode 93 of Sahlen's Legacy.
Sahlen's Legacy!
Hey, thank you for the sub. Terrence Dark, thank you very much. I'm back at the table. It feels good. But missing people.
You look good.
Oh, thanks.
Mm-hmm. You look cool.
Very little to do with that.
Me and Art had some time this morning. We're just like, let's play.
Yeah.
I love it.
So welcome everybody to Sahlen's Legacy. This is a live play 5e game, but it's set in a homebrew world. Hey, coffee.
Hey.
And so we've got some unique things in this world, some familiar things if you know D&D. But if you don't, hang out, enjoy the story, enjoy the show, and our wonderful players. This is an interactive show. There are ways that you can interact with said show. For $5, you can give any of our players a blessing. That is a D6 roll that they can add to anything. That's checks, damage. They can cash it in for healing. Anywhere dice are used, you may use a blessing. For $10, you can give any of our players a reroll. And a reroll allows our players to reroll any rolls that they might have failed. So, for instance, say they roll nat 1. They get to try again, which is pretty exciting. Hooray, hooray. For $15, you can give me a DM reroll, and that will allow me to force our players to reroll their good rolls. And that's my favorite. That's right here. They're wonderful. However, those can be blocked by those blessings that you give earlier. So if they roll something, they succeed, and they apply a blessing, I can't touch them.
Blessing!
That blessing! Don't touch it!
And for $25, you can drop a character of your own description into our world, and we will make them fit, and we'll play with them. And we're sort of out of the weeds for some of the heavier role-playing stuff that we had the last couple of weeks, so we're kind of feel more free to, I think, throw things in. So apologies for sort of locking it down the last couple of weeks for you guys, but I feel like we needed it. I think we gave you some good stuff. It was pretty exciting. For $50, you can give any of our players DM powers for 1 full minute. They get to take over the story for 1 minute. Anything they say goes. It becomes true, and I just have to deal with it. Beyond that, every $100, a different item will unlock. At $100, it's going to be a monster drop, which is a boss level enemy for the party to have to face, which is generally potentially lethal, which is lots of fun for me. At $200, we'll do a roll on the wild magic table, which I guess now will be themed toward necromancy due to everyone currently being in the Maw, which is this world's underworld.
Maw.
And then at $300, our players can decide as a group to add something new that is true to the universe or ask a clarifying question of a god. I think I'll leave that either or, depending on your guys' needs at this point. And so just something great for our players. If we make it to 300, something great for our players. And everything you do donate goes directly back into the channel. It helps support us, keep the lights on, keep the rent paid, all that good stuff. So we really, really do appreciate it. It doesn't go to waste. And we thank you for it. And thank you for being here. We are still in the middle of our partner push. We did submit again. We still got another no. However, our growth has been consistent. Over the past 3 months, we've now hit an average of was it 77, which it used to be much lower than that over the 3 month span. And we continue to grow thanks to all of you guys bringing your friends here. So we appreciate it. And thank you, new folks, for sticking around and bringing other people with you as well. And that said, let's meet our wonderful players. Let's start with the one who's not eating. Let's start with Ryan.
Hey, I am Ryan, who's not eating. I am playing Andre. He is a gnome cleric, devoted to the god of death. So he's right at home here in the underworld.
In the underworld.
And then I guess the other person who's not eating, Boobo.
Yeah.
Other way, over there.
Oh, great. Since I'm not eating, I'll go next. I'm Andrew. I play Boobo, everyone's favorite Quailir elf with a heart beast.
It's true.
Half eagle, half owl. Heart beast. He's adorable. Who's next?
Oh, nope. Oh, Dee was not eating. Go for it.
I still have food, but I'm not eating currently. My name is Diva, and I play Starheart, who is a curious and precocious gnome cleric / rogue. She is young. She just relived the murder of her parents. Why, Daddy, why? Take it away, Shiver.
Danny, right?
Yeah, why, Danny?
That guy.
Oh, that's not what I heard.
Oh, yeah. I thought she said, I don't know.
Yep.
No, I said
Danny.
No, because her parents
would be
died. So it's
accurate
like,
to
why,
that situation.
why, daddy, why?
I
You
said
died.
no.
Anyway.
I said Danny.
Danny.
I heard Danny.
Who are you?
Hey, I'm Justin.
I can point now. This is fun.
I play Nitsage. I'm a quiet leader wizard with a heart beast named Hailstorm, who is a half red dragon, half it's Arabian horse. This is black.
Ah.
The end.
Okay. Hi, I'm Haley, and I play Captain Aura Stone, who is a rogue warlock tiefling, and she just went through some crazy stuff down here in the Maw. So yeah.
And I'm Danny.
Maw.
I'm everybody else. Yeah.
Literally.
All dozens of them. Actually, that reminded me to open up my OneNote with everybody's names in it because my brain
Danny,
doesn't
do
work.
we have a giveaway tonight?
We don't.
We don't?
I
Really?
think we've exhausted the.
I thought there were 4 of them.
There
Because
were.
I thought I did one for each week in April.
We
Did Art take all of them home? Without
No, they're still
knowing?
here.
Oh.
They're on the shelf. Let me
Oh.
go check the box and make sure I didn't miss one. But I'll be right back. Four
maybe
are
we
currently
did do.
standing by. We did give away 4, but I don't know if one was left over from last time or not.
Sorry, guys. I thought we had sent
I
enough
think
stuff
we've had 4.
for. We had 4 already?
Yeah, I think we've had
I
4.
could have sworn I
Well,
sent
If
one for
I
every
I
week
think
of
they
April.
all went out in a.
I was going to ask Taco Bell if they wanted to sponsor us.
Do it.
I mean, I know someone at corporate, so.
Can we get
Hey!
gummy bears first?
I know someone who deals
Yeah,
with
gummy
social
bears, too.
media.
I think we know the same. I think we know the same person, Danny.
We do.
Somebody who does the
We
same.
do.
Who does Taco Bell's.
Okay,
man.
well, sorry, no giveaway tonight, but maybe next week.
It's all right. But just so you guys know, if you do want to help us out, our goal for the duration of this push is to try to hit 100 viewers with every stream. That's our goal. If you can help us out with hosts and raids or anything like that, I hate to ask, but really we are really trying to make it happen, and we're going to continue to keep things like other shows off of Twitch and on YouTube until that happens. So it impacts us lightly, not a lot, but we would really appreciate it because it will help us as we start to reach out to more potential sponsors and that sort of thing to help us out. Speaking of sponsors, look at that segue. Thank you, Wormwood, for your support. Use code Perception at checkout for free shipping anywhere in the USA. They make wonderful stuff. I got my setup right here. Wap wap wap. I make noise with things, and then use also our friends over at Norse Foundry. Update for you guys for the Norse Foundry pre-orders for the Felted Friend dice with these lovely little faces laser etched onto the dice. The order has been sent to Norse Foundry, so they now know it's being made, but we're still determining path of shipping and all that kind of stuff. So that's where we're at, and we'll continue to keep you posted here and in our Discord. Join our Discord. Also, Level Up Dice, they've been partnering with us to help them and other creators sort of cross-pollinate and make some fun content for them. I got to guest on a show the last couple of Sundays, which was a lot of fun, called Sarah's Table, and they were fantastic. It was a hoot. I got to play a street urchin who did a bunch of dumb things but somehow lived. And
Street
Epicness,
rat.
thank you for the sub. Yes, I was a little street rat kid. It was so much fun. Oh, my legs can go past the leg of this table. I'm comfortable now.
Oh, I was way too late with that. I was going to be like riff raff, street rat.
I don't buy that.
Don't buy that.
Anywho, let's get into it, shall we? We did everything. So at the end of last week, I sort of fast forwarded you guys a lot of time, several days down in the maw of travel. But we're gonna zip backward a little bit, back in time, just a bit before the ambush. So you were ambushed by the Burrits, which were the halfling group that had turned to Elish Basir as cultists. And I'm also willing to answer clarifying questions. I feel like there's a lot of information thrown at you guys at the end of last week. So if you have questions, I will happily clarify. Because I think there was just a lot of like blah, blah, blah towards the end there. So yeah, we're gonna do a little RP, catch up a little bit, and do that. So, and welcome, friends. If you have questions, chat's open. We're all here for you.
RP can do that for us.
Sure.
We'll find it out. Oh,
Who's RP?
McMurphy.
He was a photographer.
He was a photographer. Yeah, now he's a weird.
Thank you. I was hoping somebody would know.
Oh, we got the double symbols on that one.
So, judging by where we are in this tunnel here, Andre, do you think it's safe for us to make camp here for tonight?
I would imagine. Probably wouldn't hurt to have at least a watch going. Can't be too careful.
Well, we have an army, so maybe shifts on shifts on shifts.
Quite right.
Okay. Or do you want to make a list or let everyone know what they're doing and when they should make an arrangement?
Sure. Yeah, I'll just pick a couple people. How many people do you say we'd still have with us, Danny?
Oh, you've been reunited with everybody at this point.
And this was before the ambush, so we would have still had Setzer's whole crew with us. So
No, this is after the ambush.
This is after, okay. I'm just going to pick like 10 people per shift just so we can have eyes kind of everywhere. Mm-hmm. I think we should rotate in and out as well.
Aura.
Yes, Star.
I'm historically not very responsible, so if you can please put me on shift, not by myself, so someone can look after me while I look after all of you.
No, there's going to be like 10 people on a shift at one time. I want eyes everywhere. One person is not enough to guard this whole camp.
I could do it by myself, though.
I know you could. But that seems like a lot of pressure.
It does. It's a
You
lot
can
of
be with
responsibility.
you can be with Hush, Starheart, so you and Hush can have quiet time together.
Oh, quiet. Hush. Quiet time.
Ha! I actually didn't even think of that.
Oh, perfect.
Look at you making jokes. You're a whole new elf. I was going to say
Well,
Quailier.
Nana has something for me.
I think you are so right to kick.
That's fun. Dave.
Well, yeah, let's go ahead and make camp here. Andre, when are we all staying up together, or are we?
No, we should probably do a split shift.
Okay. I'd like to stay up with Andre if that's okay.
All right. And Starheart will be on Hush's shift. Bubo, how about you and I take a shift together?
Yeah, sure. Sounds like fun. Can we go first? I'm tired.
You mean you want to do the shift first and stay awake a little longer so you can fall asleep and be uninterrupted in your sleep?
100%.
All right. Bubo and I and the other 8 will be on the first shift. Oh, so how was your experience thus far, Bubo?
Of what? The mall?
Yeah.
Oh, it's been great. In fact, I think I'm going to get rid of my private island, and I'm going to set up shop down here and bring all my riches and hang out here for the rest of my life. That's how great it's been.
A lot less people would probably try and come down here.
You're correct. Although I still have an uncanny feeling that random people would find their way here.
Well, I mean, it is a whole entire underworld, so there's lots of dead people down here.
Actually, that would be the worst, because then people would annoy me that I've probably unintentionally killed. So, as a matter of fact, this is a terrible place. I hate it here.
Yeah, this place is it's something else. And do you worry about anyone that you'll see down here?
Not particularly. I mean, the sequence that we already had was bad enough. I don't imagine it could get worse than that.
I hope not.
It would be nice just to hurry up and keep moving.
I know, but everyone needs their rest. If we push everyone to the limits, there'll be nothing of us left, and we don't know how much further we have to go.
Yes. Has anybody dropped out and returned early?
I mean, we sent the injured back to the ship, but it's because some of them are blinded and they wouldn't be of much use to us down here. I haven't really invited anyone else to quit while we're ahead, though.
Nope. We should keep pushing them forward. Does anybody look like they're gonna, peace out early? Or do you think they're all gonna keep moving forward?
Some of them certainly looked unhappy.
I wouldn't expect anybody to be happy down here. That's not why we're here.
You know what I mean, but I don't think they had any idea what was coming for them, what was waiting for them. Some of the looks on their faces after the trials, some of them was truly haunted.
They should hang out with us more. We never know what's going on. And then we blow up mountains. It's quite fun. I suppose that enables us to handle things a lot better than the others.
Maybe.
That's the
Who
bonus, I
knows?
suppose.
Yeah. But who knows what they saw, We don't really know all these people all that well.
Have we asked anybody else what they went through?
Not really.
Because I'm curious if it was like a different experience than ours. All of ours, we seem to have had a goal, something accomplished, something was settled. Mostly a positive experience, I would say. Curious if others dealt with that or if some dealt with things that were truly horrible. I don't know. Suppose if we take a survey, it could better prepare us for moving forward.
You want to take a survey and ask everyone what they saw?
No, because it sounds like it would take a lot of extra time. But the idea is that what if we all experienced something that was a situation in our lives that we settled? We got closure. I mean, it sucks, but it's not that bad. But say 50% of us experience something truly horrible. Well, what if we're the other 50% that haven't experienced something horrible yet?
Right. I don't think we're done either with our trials. There could be something worse for us waiting down here. I look across the campfire and I see Truss kind of poking at his food. What about you? What did you see in there?
Well, I saw a few clients I successfully removed, and some of their families. They want the best chance. But it does open up someone's eyes, I would say, to the damage that I've done to this world. As the sum of my actions is not what I would like them to be.
And how do you feel after all this so far? Do you feel regretful, angry? Do you feel like you had closure?
I feel charged to do better.
Have you talked to anyone else that feels the same?
Me? Well, people do tend to talk to me, I'm friendly. Others are not as mentally prepared to meet their effects, the damage that they've done to the world. Some of Setzer's men were pirates before they were ever proper sailors, and they seem overwhelmed, overweighted, and a little broken from whatever they saw. I don't think they're coming back. They have decided for themselves that there's no way out of that hole. Some of them begin to think they belong here, and the other half want to get the hell out as quickly as possible.
Bubo, do you think it wise for us to give an out in the morning for anyone that can't go on? I started to see a look in their face that I've seen before, and it's a mutinous look. And that's the last thing we
Right.
need, is to form enemies from our allies while we're down here.
Yeah, you've dealt with a crew or an army per se more often than I have. I can't imagine they do much good if they're too terrified to move on. Does giving them an out, would it harm us in any ways? Could it backfire?
I mean, there's no saying what they would do once they get back to the ship. If they've had enough trauma down here in the little time that we've been here, who's to say they wouldn't do something reckless the minute we cut them loose?
I have an opinion,
hard to
Captain,
say.
and you might not like it. I wouldn't be surprised if you didn't like it. I was there on the ship when you gave everyone that rousing speech. Where every single person on that boat swore their loyalty to yourself and this mission. They swore. If you give them an out now, they'll continue to find outs later the further we push down the path. The darker and more dangerous it gets, the less and the fewer you will have left standing, because it will get hard, and they know they have an exit strategy.
I agree.
So
with that
either
statement.
you keep them at their word, but the minute you unlock that lock, you're going to lose your army.
They'll skip town when it's most convenient.
Absolutely.
And
And they
not
know the way
convenient
out
for us.
now. They know what it looks like, which is dangerous for you and your companions as well.
So you're saying if they break their word, make sure they stay down here.
Keep them to their oath, as hard as it's going to be and as much as they may hate you for it. It's the only way to strengthen this small army that you have. And it's going to get much smaller before it gets any bigger.
I just don't want people to become a liability.
There's already
put
too
the
many
others
people
at
down
risk.
there to not be a liability. Not everyone here is truly a fighter. Most of them just had hard lives and you helped them. They're paying back favors, but they swore their lives to that favor.
Ground X-Men, thank you for the sub.
Yeah, thanks for the sub.
Thank you,
Welcome.
Terrence, for the gifting.
Oh, thanks for giving
Yeah.
I'm not saying this to be cruel. I truly believe that they were galvanized. They said yes. You gave them an out before it got hard. They knew it was going to. Just because the circumstances have changed does not change the terms of your agreement. My entire life and career, I've dealt with contracts, and this is just another contract. And they've made it to you.
And I asked about it backfiring, and that's a surefire way for it to backfire.
So you're in a bit of a hard place. You must enforce this army, but they also know the way out. So the cowards in your midst are going to try to escape. And the cowards who try to escape must A, not succeed, and B, be duly dealt with. I'm already not loved by your companions, and I'm willing to do what needs to be done to make an example of whoever you find.
Well, there you go, Aura. Don't even have to do your own dirty work.
Yeah.
I have plenty to make up for with this party myself. I want to make myself as useful as possible.
I thought my first trial was teaching me mercy and teaching me forgiveness. But presently, that might not be an option. Kind of go back to picking at my food.
Trust does this.
Kind of.
Meanwhile, Boobo's like, just digging in. So what'd you bring to eat?
Who else is with you in your particular round of watch?
Rust Flame is with us. And then just, I guess, a couple other random people from the other groups.
Yeah, Rust Flame kind of sidles over to you, but he speaks to you quietly so no one else can really eavesdrop.
I hate to say it, Captain, but he's got a point. You know what a mutinous looks like. You're a captain. You know what to do about a mutiny. It's the only way to stay a captain. It's not pretty, and I don't like it any more than you do, but he's got to
No,
tell
you're
me.
right. Ashfoot commanded the seas for decades, and that wasn't because he was merciful, and it wasn't because he was gracious and forgiving. He was known as Ashfoot the Cruel.
Now, I'd also wager
Alright.
that you don't have to be him either.
Yeah, you don't have to be Aura the Cruel. I might mutiny you for that.
Just be Aura the Clear. Aura the Transparent. They're going to listen to you. You just have to set the rules for them.
Or the
what they swore.
stone.
Just remind them what they swore. They'll listen to you. They trust you.
All right. All right. Do we notice anything on our watch?
Just sort of quiet dripping from the never-ending heights above you, and an occasional falling rock that just seems to ping along forever before it finally hits the bottom where you are.
Those threads are still going above us, right?
Yes, yeah, they're all just kind of thrumming on their own, and it's a weird sensation in your mind as you look at them, because it's sometimes when you see a bright color and you're not sure whether you're seeing or hearing it. It's that similar sort of like crosswire reception thing where it's like you see the lights whiz by and you could swear you could hear them, but you know that everything around you is quiet. No, your watch is, for the most part, uneventful.
I'll take the bag of holding back from Bubo.
I give it up willingly. You could have asked Aura. You didn't have to take it.
I mean, technically, it's Nitsage's anyway. It's not even yours. It's not even mine. He just asked me to hold on to it.
Yeah, I forgot what was in there anyhow.
Apparently, a ring of... Anyway, it doesn't matter. Lots of things.
So you were
Well, this is how I like my watches. Uneventful.
I will say, as you start to sort of drift off to sleep, if you've ever lain on your back in a pitch black room and your eyes start making those patterns on the ceiling just because they're trying so desperately to see something, that's the entire experience of the nothingness here. The void begins to fill itself with just constellations of memories and nightmares that you've had throughout your entire life. They take shape and fly around like dark fireworks. It's not pleasant, but none of them are aggressively coming after you. It's just like the universe's cruelest ink blot test before you finally drift off.
Before I close my eyes, just like as I'm looking up, I just go, "Wow, that's quite a show." And then just like,
Are you going to wake any of us up before you go to sleep?
Yes. I'll have
Everybody's dead.
I'll wake up Nitsage and Andre, and then I'll have Truss wake up the other 8 from the next watch.
Sure.
Already?
Yeah, it was uneventful. It's really quiet.
Okay, that's good.
Shout if you need anything.
Yeah, don't worry. I'll be the first one to scream.
or piss your pants.
So, Nitsage, who's in with your 8?
Okay, so I've requested Andre, if that's still cool.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll take
Setzer's down here.
we'll take the
down here.
professors.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
We'll take the professors, and we'll take I guess some of the Quailim.
Okay, sure.
Cool.
Well, no, who's with the Quailim?
Pharaoh?
It's Pharaoh and
Pharaoh. We'll take we'll take Pharaoh as well too. So the professors
and Pharaoh. That's the other 7 if you've got 8 with you. But yeah, I mean, you can take whoever. Like there are massive groups of people within each of these.
Yeah. The main people, right? The main.
Yeah, you got it.
Main
Yeah,
ones.
yeah.
This is like your fantasy island, huh, Andre?
Well, I mean, it's definitely nothing that I haven't read about. It's
Is it is it everything you dreamed about?
in a way. It's definitely allows me to imagine what it will be like when I come back this way. When it's my actual time to do so.
Oh man, I'm still like thinking about even sleeping. I had like visions and I was on the edge of starting to dream before waking up. I think this place is like an antenna or some sort for thinking of bad thoughts or not fond memories.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just that I'm closer to the one I serve, but the closer we get to where I need to be, the more I'm remembering the reasons why I'm down here.
Well, I think that's comforting because, I mean, better than you to be on our team than against us, I guess. Better to have that comfort come from someone.
Pharaoh kind of chuckles in at the edge of a stone he's just kind of perched up on. No, the funny thing is, I thought that this would be so much worse than it is. After thousands of years up in the ice, I thought that this place would be so much worse than what we already had. Clinging on to life now seems like almost a stupid decision.
Did you see anyone in a vision, Pharaoh, when you first got down here?
Yes. Yes, I did, as a matter of fact. I saw several members of our tribe and our family, people who tried to leave. I saw the first Lem. I met Olnus. I met all of them, and we all had conversations, and they expressed their pride. And you all helping us break that curse, and you set them free as well. Their concern is what kept them lingering for so long, and now they no longer have concern. They're free.
Wow.
That's good.
I've had nothing but good things down here. It's fascinating. I see people sobbing. I see people wanting to fight and kill. I see people reacting in so many different ways, and that's the beauty of it, isn't it? It's not hell exactly. It's life. It's all of it. It's bundled up. Could do with some drapes or something. Just sort of gestures to just rock outcroppings everywhere. Everything's just this black volcanic stone. Whoa! Michi, holy crap. Thank you for that. Two of those hit, so if you'd like to add a second one, let me know. Unless that was a repeat. Is that a repeat?
No, they
looks
came
like
in
an
twice.
exact
There's that went $50.
Okay. So Michi, also let us know if you need that back. Let us know.
Yeah,
That's totally fine.
no worries.
But yeah, if you want, just let us know if you want another character. Damn. Well, I know when he's coming up.
Aww.
Pharaoh, did you know the Alseps? I know you've been Quailem for many, many years, but did you ever hear of the Alseps at all?
Yes. They're Loth is famous, as are her ancestors. They're a legend to us, whoever dealt with any sort of magics. They're titans in their craft. I assumed you knew. I've seen you work as well. It's clearly in your blood.
Funny. No. Actually, my father withheld such information about my lineage, and up until recently, I had no idea that we had such a background, an ancestry of that sort. And funny that you should mention my Nana. That's who I saw in my vision.
Oh, well. I hope she's doing well. I don't really know how to inquire about her well-being, really.
She's doing wonderful. She still makes delicious seafood stew, and
I've had it! Years and years ago on the islands, she made me the biggest pot of that. I brought it home to my own children. It was delicious.
I'm a little jealous. I wish I would have known her longer. But it was good. It was good to see her again. So many memories of my childhood just rushed back. She is fiery. Let me tell you.
Oh, yes. One of my fellows commented on the seasoning, and he walked funny after that.
That's wonderful.
I think I've
And I
maybe
kind
seen
of-
a little bit of that in you lately, Nitsage.
Well, yes, I think it's. I think a part of that ancestry is finally starting to come out, and I kind of like it.
It looks good on you.
It's good to know your roots. My only caveat is don't let them define you. Let them be a starting point. Even though you're learning it retroactively, you've got a family here. Your friends that you've been traveling with for so long.
Pharaoh, they're the only reason I'm here.
Just like me and the Lem. These connections are just as strong. And the mystery of your family will be uncovered fairly easily, I would imagine. They're famous. They're legend, like I said. And if it's true that your father's done a great job of burying your family history, things that are buried always find a way to dig themselves up, don't they?
That's very true.
And Nitsage kind of looks over to Andre and goes, Ezra?
Speaking of things that were buried.
Yeah, what
Pharaoh
is that?
grabs his cup and just sneaks over to the other side.
And I kind of quietly like, so I can only assume that's just maybe another one of your names because you've got a billion of them.
It was my first name.
Oh, your first name. What did you see in your vision?
I kind of look around for a second.
No one's paying attention, but Mistress Real, probably, though out of earshot, is sitting on a rock, and her giant magnified eyes are just staring right into yours, Andre.
Oh yeah, she can do that. She can do that to you. Just don't. She
actually
she's probably
looking
zoning
at
out.
us.
She just kind of zones out. Her divination just lets her just go. You know. You've seen me. You know, it's like me when I go into my or like when you go into, you know, your commune. You know, and you kind of just zone out. It's but she does it but the
All the time.
glasses though.
Yes.
The glasses make it worse.
Yes. Well, I'm sure I'll have to tell this story at some point, but might as well practice on you at least.
Oh.
Yes, Andre is not my real name, and this is not my original body.
What?
Yes. When I was a young... It's been some time. I didn't always start out as a young male gnome. I was known as Ezra. Both me and Andre lived in Copperforge. And
I'm sorry, keep going. I just have so many questions already. Please continue. I'll hold my questions. I'm sorry.
well, me and Andre were great friends. Almost to the point that maybe if we had both stayed together, something might have happened. But I like to get into trouble, and he graciously went along with what I tried to go and do. And one evening, when we went into the restricted section, much like you did, we found something that we shouldn't have toyed with, and I egged him on. I attempted a spell that I wrote myself with some help from a book about trying to swap places with each other. And well, it worked, but only for one of us. And I lost Andre that night.
So, Okay.
I know you have plenty of questions. It's all right.
Well, first of all, wow. For the first time, I think I get so many thoughts and then like no thoughts, like whatsoever, like coming in contact with like a wall of, forgive me. Okay. So you were not this body. You were Ezra. Were you a boy or a girl or a?
I was a girl.
Oh, okay.
I have long since come to terms with what I'm in now.
That alone, that time of you becoming must have just been curious for the most part.
I'd say most of the time I spent trying to get back Andre. I didn't really worry about the rest.
Right. You said he didn't. You both switched, and he didn't. He went away. Where did he go?
He apparently immediately went down here. He's been waiting for me this whole time.
So you. Well, first of all, I could have told you don't go into the restricted section.
I should have told you. I knew better than others.
Fair enough. Well,
It's something I've kept quiet for the rest of my life, and I didn't think I'd ever have to bring it up.
Are you satisfied with being Andre, or do you long to?
He's made
get
me a better
back to you?
person. Where I was heading, probably would have joined a cult, wound up with one of those black robes. But Andre kept me grounded.
Is that you trying to be the best Andre you could, or just him, or are you losing him in general?
I tried to be the best Andre I could. For a moment, I was able to do it, but I still was a little rebellious, and eventually it caused a rift between me and Andre's father.
Oh, okay. Elder Cabe?
Yes. He doesn't know.
He still thinks you're you, or Andre is you.
Yes.
Oh.
That's one of the things that I'm staying alive for.
Well, what about your family? Your actual family?
Let's just say that nobody missed me.
Oh, that's dreadful. Okay, that's good. We're good. We're practicing on me. We're practicing on me. Okay, this is great. Did you see him in your vision?
Andre?
Andre? Yeah.
Yes. That's who I was terrified to meet.
What did he say? What did is he upset? Is he understanding? What?
Yes, he was upset. There's a lot of emotions. But the biggest realization I had was that this isn't something I can keep secret anymore. And his father needs to know. That was one of Andre's wishes.
Is that why you've been so bent on staying down here? You're welcome.
Boo.
It's. I was definitely ready. Like, I've been trying to find a way down here as fast as I could, one way or another.
That's no surprise to us.
Now that I have a duty to do, I have to do this. I need to get out at least before
Well,
I try and make it back again.
so now and I remember you telling me that you have a reason now to live. Now, do you have a reason to live in Andre's body still, or do you have a reason to live in, I don't know if it's even possible, Ezra's body, or Ezra's life, or Andre's life?
The time of changing bodies has passed.
Okay. So, do you have the goal of living your best life as Andre or as Ezra?
Maybe neither. I feel like once I've told my father, then the need to keep up this impersonation will end. And then I can be whoever I need to be. But I don't think that it's either Andre or Ezra. That both of those people are no longer here.
Well,
You hear Ebelforth a little ways away from you. They gave you your space to have whatever conversation you were having. Which, hello, sir, ma'am. He's not looking at you. You turn your heads and you see that there is in front of him a very tall, slightly glowing figure with a small sort of like desk in front of him and a stand with a bit of like a little. It's as if he needed to protect himself from the sun, like a little canopy covering the top part of the desk, and behind him a sort of shelf of goods. No, I just can't. I don't even know how I could pay you. So please, just give me a moment. Be right back. And he turns around. And he kind of waddles over to you, Nitsage and Andre. There's a fellow here. He says he's open for business, and he wanted me to say that pass it on to you.
Oh, that's curious.
I don't even know. Is he selling like actual physical goods or like things for the dead?
I don't know.
Should we check
Come
out?
with me. Come with me.
Yeah, just I'll be there in two minutes, just real fast. Andre.
Yes.
No matter who you are or where you feel like you have to go, you know you're always family to us.
I appreciate
I know we've had you and I have seen different paths, but I think in the end, the same way I think of Bubo or Starheart and you are a brother, you are a family.
You have been like a brother to me as well. I can
One
see
that
a
you
lot
want
of
to-
myself in you.
Ezra's self, right? Ezra's old
Yes.
self. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, thanks for not killing me some time ago when I went against natural things, but now that I know that you have a little secret too, but I won't. It makes me feel better that you're not as perfect as you seem.
That's. I appreciate you
makes-
thought I was perfect before, but
I mean, out of all of us, you were the one who had, well, besides that, killing the kid thing, which I think was not your mindset anyway.
no.
Besides that, all the other things, I look to you for the most wisdom answers. So I always,
You can thank Andre for that.
I'm thanking you. Whoever you may affiliate yourself with, I'm thanking you.
I just appreciate that.
I think this is the time when Bubo usually hugs me, so I think I should hug you now.
Very well.
Okay. I go in and
You reach down to the gnome.
I get on my knee. I get on a knee. And I whisper, I'm glad you're staying alive. Because I love you. As a brother.
Thank you.
Well, shall we go figure out what the maw is going on with this shopkeeper?
That's
Okay.
You approach and see, in the way that a flower is bright orange, a bright orange man, completely hairless, a light glow to him, just sort of standing with an odd smile at his face, just... Hello, I am Dave.
Hi, Dave.
Hello.
what is it that you are selling, Dave?
I am selling that which you are all missing. Certain things, fun things, light things, things that people forget down here, I sell them.
Are you lost and found?
Oh, nothing quite so. No, not that. I'm Dave. And he reaches back and he grabs a little bottle from his shelf and he brings it forward. Would you like to taste candy for the first time again?
Huh.
Would you prefer your first embrace that you could remember?
No, not that.
That's now, we aren't dead, is it?
Business
Fine for
is
us.
business. I'm not dead either. I come and go as I please. But I know some suffer down here. Thank you, Scalawag. Arr!
Can I make a check to see if he's like Fey or what?
Sure.
Anything like that? Okay.
Yeah.
What?
I guess history? See what's going on.
Okay. Sure. History. Yeah, that's a 27.
Okay. So you recognize
Insight,
this
maybe.
species as so in 5e this would be an Ashamar, but I would say in the world of Saul this would be like a lesser demigod, but of the sort of like Sahlen chain. So like maybe like a relative of Lothlin or Luidwin, like a
Oh,
descendant.
interesting.
So a light demigod.
Have you acquired any kind of shiny bracer? It has the symbol of oh shit, what's Starheart's symbol on there?
It's a ring.
No, it's her bracer that
Yeah.
she gave to that.
Bracer has
the
a,
bracer
has,
has
a,
a ring
has a
on
red
it.
copper ring.
Okay.
Yes, Flintborn.
Do you have you stumbled across or can you get a specific bracer?
I more deal in the ethereal items, the intangible. I can make you feel a cool breeze on your face for the first time again. I don't necessarily deal in physical goods.
Oh, okay.
A bottle of a baby's first laugh. I could give you something like that. Day.
That would sound weird. Don't you think, Andre, to have someone open up a bottle of baby's laugh in the middle of us sleeping all of a sudden?
How much are you selling this for? What is your price?
Price.
It always comes down to price. Well, it would be 1/16, depending. Well, really, it depends on the memory that you are wishing, or the feeling, the sensation that you wish to experience again anew. Will increase the price, but merely a fragment, a portion of your soul devoted to Luidwin herself.
Oh, wait.
And don't worry, he kind of points to Sleeping Aura, we do allow subleases.
I don't
You would
know
allow-
what that means.
You would allow us
Well,
to
her soul
pay
already
with...
belongs to another. I can smell the contract on her.
But that is not our soul to bargain with.
No, I'm not saying hers. I'm just saying in the event that you were to also owe a piece of your soul to someone else, I am allowed to then strike a secondary bargain with such said patron. I've worked out many things with many demons and many demigods. This is what I do for a living.
Huh.
And this devotion that you require, this is spent in the afterlife after you live out your natural life?
Not quite so drab as that. No, you will owe Luidwin X amount of good deeds as specified by her, myself, or any of her particular agents. Once your debt is paid, your debt is paid. You may continue on living. We're not here to chain you down like certain deities, demigods, demons, that sort of thing. Just currency of the universe. I give you something good, you spread good.
Well, that's not that bad.
Not at all.
Yeah. Andre,
Insight check, please.
Sure thing.
Yeah.
It's like, that seems really... No, this is going to...
No, wait a second. I remember where we are.
12?
12. I will say from a 12, you can sense he's holding back maybe a minor detail.
Andre, you know how I was coming to you about not really having a deity to call upon, like
Yes.
you all? Do you think I should partake in this kind of deal?
I kind of like pull Nitsage a little bit back. It's like,
Oh,
well, as far as I can tell, the deal seems honest enough, but he's not saying everything.
oh,
But
you know,
as far as I can see, having something good and then having to spread good to pay it off isn't the worst price.
okay. Well, I wouldn't mind having maybe a closer relationship to a deity that might be able to help down here, and I kind of feel like I do need to do some good deeds of all the shit that I've done so far. So it wouldn't hurt, right? Get a little currency for some atonement.
Sorry, I just read the chat and I think you'd appreciate it. Miss Crystal says, oh
I'm
my
not-
god, Nitsage will just give up his soul to every Tom, Dick, and demigod that comes along.
Got a fiddle of gold
Accurate.
against your soul.
And not wrong.
I mean, as far as all the gods that you could owe service to,
Ludwin. I mean, she's with me anyway.
Oh, I was muted.
Did I mention I also do custom work? If you have a desire, I can forge it and give it to you.
No, you demon.
No,
that's just
no, I'm
putting tempting.
not.
Okay, well, Andre, if you think that it might be good for, do you think it's good for me? Do you think, or I should just leave it alone? I'm trying to change. I'm trying to change this way about me. I just want to be for the best in the long run.
I suppose you could always ask for the fine print.
Okay. Ben.
Dave.
Dave. What does the fine print? Let's say if I want to have a memory of my first kiss.
Oh, first kisses. Aww. Was it a romantic kiss or an experimental kiss?
I think it was romantic.
Romantic kiss. You see him doing like math in the air, just kind of. That would be simply 6 good deeds, as designated by myself, Dave, emissary of Louis.
Andre, I had to do 6 deeds that were horrible to get with Kelrek. So I think this might be a good. It was 5. It was 5 deeds. No, it was 6. You know what? Thankfully, it's been so long ago.
Yes.
I can do 5 good deeds.
As designated by Dave, emissary of Louis.
As designated by you.
Correct.
So why
I will
doesn't
determine the deeds that need to be done. I will arrive at certain points in time to deliver the information of the deeds that must be done.
Oh.
You do them to work off your debt. If you fail to do them, just don't fail to do them.
Ludwin's always been a benevolent deity, so okay, let's do it.
Absolute pleasure.
Andre, I don't like your look. I don't like your face
This is
right
not
now,
me.
Andre.
This is Ryan doing this look.
Okay, well, hopefully this is a better deal than I've made in the past.
That kind of glowing wum pulsing kind of washes over you for a second. Andre, you see Nitschage glow orange for a quick moment before it washes back over to Dave. Dave, one moment, please. And he just starts rattling around some bottles. And he starts it's like he's doing a full mixology class. Like he's flipping bottles around. He's pouring things in, but the bottles are all empty. It's whatever he's pouring, only he can see. And eventually he hands over, as he stoppers it with a nice little cork, he passes off this bottle to you. Little triangle base, long neck, with a little cork. Inside is the sensation of a first kiss. Romantic kiss. The first kiss. You get to experience it all again for the first time. Pleasure doing business. I will hopefully see you very soon.
Okie dokie.
In the
you-
event of your death, you will be released from any and all. You won't owe me anything if you die down.
Naturally. Of course.
Of course.
Okay.
And thank you for shopping at Dave's in the Maw.
Our Ma hours are.
They close for a lunch break between.
Well, I think that about does it. It's about time for the second shift or the third shift to come up.
Is that something to send you off into a good night's sleep?
I'm not going to take it just yet. I think I'm going to hold on to it until the time is right.
Excuse
Very well. Let's.
Oh, I think
wake up.
Starheart's up. I heard her burp. Let's go.
Yes.
So so you guys kind of tuck her down, hunker down for the night, and tuck her down. And you have a similar experience to the previous guard as you lay down, and if you look up into the darkness of the maw, just shapes, memories, nightmares, all of them kind of swirl together. Everything you've ever done. It's basically an anxiety cloud. It's like, you suddenly remember every terrible thing you've done, and it's painted in, CinemaScope in the dark sky above you. And then you drift off. It's a little restless, but it's not super terrible. But you'll wake up Starheart for her guard, and Starheart, who's at watch with you?
Boobo, is Boobo at watch? Boobo already watched.
Boobo's asleep.
I am sleeping. Do not wake me up for your watch.
No
Go
one
back to bed.
else is watching with me.
There are
Hush was watching with you.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but I wanted one of you guys to watch with me. What are we hoo-hawing
I
about?
don't know, but Danny went.
Hush and probably the Whitewaters.
Oh, I wanted
Computer's
one
about
of
to
you
die,
guys.
and that's
to see.
very
I
bad
forgot-
news for me.
Oh,
I need to figure
I
it
forgot
out.
that we're an odd number.
I didn't hear what Danny said.
He is trying to make
His
sure his
computer's
computer's
about to
not
die.
dying.
He's trying to make sure it does not.
Borrow this charger, and this charger is not working.
Oh no!
Maybe I should wake up, Boobo.
Well, to be fair, he
can
only
be on
needs half the
second
amount of
watch.
sleep as anybody else. So.
But what about
That's
second
true.
watch?
True.
Oh fuck. Okay, I have a problem. Sorry, everybody. Technical difficulties. I must
interrupted
solve
this
this, or we're
stream.
totally fucked.
Don't worry, dear.
All right, we're
Help
good.
is on the way.
Good. Holy hell, that was scary. Okay, yay! It's charging. Yay!
Yay! Okay.
All right, so Starheart, you got
Yes.
Hush, probably, right?
Okay.
Got Hush, the assassins who are with Hush. You've got
Daughters of
The
Laughlin.
White Waters of
White
Ludwin.
Waters of Ludwin. Daughters of Laughlin.
I mean, if you just
making stuff
throw
up.
people at me, if you just say stuff, then I'll react to it.
Legolas of Lothlorien.
what I'm doing.
Or I mean,
Damn, he's here?
if I just come outside,
Yeah,
if I just
so
go outside,
So, yeah, you're on
outside
rush. You see Hush, Wesk, Staller, and Bethel. So that's your assassin crew. They're all they're hanging out together, but they're hanging with you to keep watch over things. So you've got the Assassins Guild. You've got whoever I just said.
Is Vor out there? Vor.
Yeah, I would say Vor is probably up at this round of watch. The Assassins, I think, have taken to Vor. I think they're a little curious with him. Cautiously curious. And yeah, the White Waters are going to be with you as well. And yeah.
Well, everyone I want to talk to is not here.
Well,
They're all
the night will be
asleep.
over at some point, so it'll be okay. But you also see an orange glowing man with a little stand not too far away from
Oh, he's
you.
orange now? I thought he wasn't orange.
No, he's been orange.
Okay, then I've woken up. I'm on guard.
Hooray.
I don't quite know how to be on guard, so I'm just
keep and
kind
watch,
of
so it's just
I'm
killing
just
time
kind
to
of
stay awake.
healing my eyes and pursing my lips. And I have my tankard out.
Right. I'm going to say Varathia Cowell comes to visit you. She sits down. She's in her white robes.
Can you remind me which one she was?
She is. She's the head
leader.
of the five sisters of the White Waters.
She's the head. Okay, thank you.
So she's the human. She's a
Varathia?
human woman, war priest. So she's like, her
Okay, yeah,
armor and
yeah.
robes are like alternating, but she's just like, first glance, she doesn't look super like armored up, like ready for war. But if you look closely, beneath every little layer of cloth is just like a hard piece of enamel. Like she's just this roaring, ready to go soldier person. And she kind of clanks down next to you on whatever stone you chose to sit on. Comfort is
I'm
not a thing
standing.
found here. Oh, you're
I'm
standing.
alert.
All right,
I'm
yeah.
alert,
So
yes.
she sits. She's a little more cozy. So, Sahat, hello.
Shh.
What?
We're guarding. We're on watch.
Yes, we are. That's
Yes.
what we're doing. We're watching. Did you hear something? Or
No.
oh,
I'm waiting.
well, why are you? What are you waiting for?
I'm watching, so I'm waiting for something to appear.
Well, I would say that orange glowing person probably wasn't here when we set up camp.
Oh, I thought that was lava.
Okay. She gently takes the tankard from your hand and puts it like a couple feet to your left. The backup flask.
Wait, what? Orange. Oh, let. Vorth. I spelled her name. Barathia.
Varathia, yeah.
Barathia. Miss, how do I address you, please?
You can call me Varathia or Sister
That seems
Varathia.
very informal. Barathia, I use your name?
We're all sisters of Luidwin, yes, you may call me Varathia. If at any point you need to feel formal, I suppose you could call me Sister Cowell or Sister Varathia, but that's entirely up to you. I would
seems
like
very
it if you would call
hoity-toity.
me Varathia.
Barathia. I will say it in your name, Barathia. Barathia. So let us go interrogate him as we are guarding the sleeping ones.
Right.
Yes.
I'll let you take the lead on this one. I'll back you up.
Yes. Okay.
She gives you a little wink and just kind of like looks at the other sisters and The rest of them kind of share this like look, but you just hear Togwis like
Water, I'm so thirsty.
he's having fun. Yeah, you walk over and immediately you're kind of leading the way. Varathia's right behind you, and she, you feel the support of her presence just because she's a big human and she's got lots of armor and big ass weapons and
I need to prove that I'm a badass for the White Waters right now.
yeah.
Yes.
So
So I slam. What?
no, go for it.
Okay. So you said he has his little table.
Yeah, it's like a little stand. So there's a little table in front of him.
stand.
There's some shelves behind him, and then there's like a little canopy as if you were out in the sun. Arseroid, okay, thank you for that. Gina, the sixth sister of Ludwin, unconventional and always chewing gum. If you ever see her taking her earrings off, she's about to whoop some ass. Thank you, thank you for that.
Is her last name Linetti?
No, last name's Carano. Maybe not. But that's funny. Oh, I like that one better. Coretti. I like that one.
Linetti. It's from
Linetti.
Brooklyn. It's from Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Oh, gotcha.
I hang.
Got it. Oh, thank you for that. All right, so you slam your mug down on his little stand.
Yes. As long as I can reach it. Even if I can't, I still slam it.
Yeah, you can reach it. It's a little above you, but you're able to make it.
Hello, and why are you in my camp? I'm interrogating you as the guardians of the camp.
Right. He just kind of looks to Varathia, and she's just like, "Oh,
Why they're letting her be
right.
a sister of the Whitewater? I don't know.
right. Well, I am Dave. It's a pleasure.
Dave.
Yeah,
That's an anagram for diva. That's suspicious.
I see. I am so sorry.
No,
The fuck you know what
can't.
anagram is?
I know what anagrams is.
It's a big word for Starheart.
Starheart's not drunk. She's sober. This
I
is
am a
just-
seller of experience. So imagine.
Experience.
What was your name?
Why should I give it to you,
Fine,
Mr. Orange Man?
Gnome friend, I am Dave. I am a
Dave.
dealer in experiences. Do you remember the first time you ever ate a peach?
A beach?
A peach, the fruit with this stone fruit.
Oh, I was gonna say, I think if I ate a beach, I would remember because it's very big. But a peach, I don't know if I ever remember. They're fuzzy, and inside there's the pit, and I like when it's in a cobbler. So
Peach cobbler. So imagine.
it is a fruit.
Do you remember the first time you ever bit into a peach cobbler? A transcendent feeling you must have felt when it reached your tongue and shot that tangy sweetness all throughout your brain and your body. That feeling.
well, see, I was a little sloshed, so I don't quite remember. I blacked out.
Do you remember what it felt like to be sloshed for the first time?
Come to think of it, no, because I think
I can give that
I
to
don't
you.
know
My
if
name
I've
is
ever
Dave.
It's always been the slush.
I have something
Your
that
name-
you might want.
You-
Little gnome.
My name is Dave. What do I want?
You reach
What do I want? What do I want?
He brings down a little bottle, a little tiny bottle. In this bottle is the experience of becoming drunk for the very first time.
Oh,
Yes.
Hello.
Hey, Le Capitan. Eog or Aog or yes. Well, welcome. Thank you for the raid, everybody. Thanks for coming.
Capitan
there it is.
Yog.
Le Capitan Yog. The spelling is different there. Hey, Deadass Gamer. Hello and welcome, new friends. Hi. We're currently in the middle of an ASMR salesman, Dave, who sells experiences at his little stand.
Really quick, sorry, Danny. Am I so pixelaty that I should switch cameras to the one that I don't want to use, but I'm less pixelaty?
That's up to you. You are pretty pixelated. It kind of comes in and out though. Like at this exact moment, you're fine, and now a little less fine. So, it's whatever you
Is
want
it this one? We're gonna
Yep.
see if it's this.
Oh.
One moment.
Fine now.
We can see her just fine.
That's better.
That's
a lot better.
Yeah, do that one.
Whoa.
Like,
Oh God, you can see the backgrounds. This is not quite the background.
Keep the RP going. Don't worry about the
fix
camera.
this later. Fix this later. We'll get through this and then fix that.
Yeah, it's
Oh, it's
for
still
so
pixelated.
I think it's your connection. I think it's nothing.
it's your connection,
it's
not the
hardware.
camera.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Did we already hit?
Oh crap!
Oh, cool.
So then we
Monster
hit a
drop.
monster drop. Yay!
No,
My
gross.
favorite.
Well, thanks, everybody.
But yes, wild magic it is.
Right.
Go. Next.
Yeah, Corey says, pay no attention to behind the curtain. Nothing to see
Pay
here.
no attention to the stuff behind the green screen.
Okay. All right. Back
Okay.
in.
Anyway, yes, I'm here. You were saying?
I would like to offer
What?
you the experience of being drunk for the first time.
But I can get drunk right now for like the 2,732nd time with this.
Is there anything that you would like to experience again? For the first
Well, I'd like my parents to be here, and I'd like Tiny Toes to be here. And I would like my friend Nitsich to not go into a book again and still be he's here but he's not awake. And I'd like my friend Boobo to do the thing again where he gave me the armor. That was a really nice moment. And there are other moments too.
I could sell you the experience of your last memory of your parents hugging you. Allow you to relive it for a moment. Tiny Toes. Did you mean Paragon? Tiny Toes?
You see Perry go whoop, 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 like someone said my name. Yeah.
I could give you some time with Paragon Tiny Toes.
Oh, okay. Wait, no, is he gonna be,
He's
one
dead,
of those.
not undead.
Okay, well, I don't know how you orange things work.
I'm a lesser demigod, don't worry about it, I'll be fine.
Oh, I used to be one, but now I'm a whitewater.
I used to be one.
A fluid one. He smiles again at Varathia behind you.
You weren't wearing the robes, it was hard for me to tell.
Oh,
I thought I was wearing the robes.
Were you? Did you change?
I thought I kept. Yeah, I before we came into the Mai, I put them on.
She's been wearing it since the ship.
Thank you.
Jinx!
Oh.
I have on a white cardigan.
Hooray.
Again. Sorry.
I can give you time with Mr. Tiny Toes for a small fee.
the goodness of your heart.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely. Why?
I'm a businessman.
Yeah, Yes, and I would like to see my friend Tiny Toast, please.
And I would like to turn a profit.
Okay, what is your profit? What is your money, your currency? What do you want?
10 good deeds. As determined by Dave, emissary of Luidwin.
Oh, wait, you follow Luidwin? Oh, well,
I'm a
friends with her
distant
too.
child of Luidwin, yes.
Oh, well, I'm maybe like her great adopted granddaughter.
Congratulations.
Thank
price
you. I
stands
just
firm.
found out recently. Oh, 10 nice things to do to things that are approved by Ludwin.
As determined by Dave, emissary
Okay,
to
tell me
Luidwin.
what they are. My name is David, emissary to Ludwin. Okay, yes. So tell me what they are, please, and then I will determine if I accept. Because your mode of good deed and my mode of good deed, maybe I don't know who you are. You're orange,
Well,
and you're in the mall.
yes, I visit the mall.
These
You
are
are
not
also
what
in
they
the mall,
say.
but you are not dead. I am what I am.
No.
Confirm with your companion. Hi, Varathia. How are you? Varathia is just kind of like, hello.
Wait, you know him? You know him? You know him?
Yes. I first came across Dave at a small beach near Rolful. Some 15
Are you
years
sure
ago.
it wasn't a peach?
I'm positive, yes. I
okay.
did 3 good deeds for him, as determined by Dave, emissary to... Yeah, he does do that. But I did, It was odd, though. It tested me a little bit. There were things that did not seem good at the time. For instance, the first good deed, I had to step into a tavern and hit someone in the back of the skull with my mace until they stopped moving. The second
Okay,
time...
that sounded really fun and then less fun.
No, well, it turns out, I found out much later, that man was a mass murderer, and he was planning to burn the tavern down with everyone inside.
Oh, that would have been helpful to know, before you also became a murderer.
Oh, no, he didn't die. I just knocked him out. I hit him very hard, not explicitly hard or anything like that.
Oh,
Yes, no, he's rotting in a jail now if he wasn't drowned by the tidal wave not too long ago. My second and third deeds were a little more straightforward. One of them was to break into a house in the middle of the night and kidnap a child. But the child, you see, was not the child of those parents. It was me bringing them home to her actual family. The trick with Dave is that Dave is going to paint the scenario as something that seems like a very bad idea to begin with, but the test with Dave is to know that it is a trusted effort. That whatever you do is ultimately for a greater good. That's... Hi, Dave. Yes, I learned, but I also don't take any more contracts with him because it's very fucking complicated and I'm not fond of working with Dave.
Oh, do you think that I should also not take a contract with him because he does seem very confusing? He also says his name is Dave over and over and over.
He likes to remind himself because his species, his being of level of deity don't really have names. So he has to remind himself constantly that his name is Dave or he'll forget who he is. Or forget what to call himself in front of people.
I have an idea. Hey, Dave.
Yes.
What if, so I was just having a think as I was turned around talking to my friend Varathia, and I says to myself, what would be more fun than doing 10 nice things that could seem like they were terrible and probably cause me to have a crisis of existential variety. And I says to myself, what if instead of 10 things, I give Dave 10 names that people can call him? 10 whole different... That's more than my friend Andre. And he's got an alphabet of names.
I don't know if I could handle more names than Dave. I have enough trouble remembering Dave, emissary to Luidwin.
What if we just said Dave 10 times? And then we'd remember it. Or
You'd
we could
still
say it
owe me
different
10
ways.
favors. Do you want to see your
No,
friend?
I would owe you 10 Daves.
Would you like to see? He gestures to his shelf, and for a brief flicker of a moment, you see Paragon Tiny Toes standing on the bottom of the shelves. Would you like to see your friend or not?
I don't. This guy, though.
Yes.
Well then, he twists his wrists, and Paragon disappears.
No.
10 deeds as determined by Dave, emissary of Luidwin.
Veracia, can you do 5 and then I'll do 5? We'll do splitsies.
These are yours, and yours alone. She's done her deeds for me.
Do you promise that they're only good?
They're all good.
Veracia, do you trust him?
Yes. Just know you're going to be very annoyed. But he means well. He's
annoyed.
Exactly. It's going to continue until your deeds are done, and then you move on with your life. But you'll have done 10 good deeds, and that will look really good in the eyes of Luidwin.
Yes, but I do good deeds all the time.
He led me on my path to becoming a sister.
Dave did?
Oddly enough, yes.
I wish
But
Aura
because
was
of Dave,
awake.
I sought extra understanding of my connection to Luidwin, which is what led me to the sisters to begin with. So he's an interesting step in your journey, but he's harmless, really, and you'll help people that you otherwise would never have known had any sort of troubles at all. It reminds you that while we are here saving the world, that even making sure somebody eats at the end of a day could be just as valuable.
Okay, well, if you tell me I need to do this for the Whitewaters, then I'll do it.
It's not what I said, but if that's your logic,
No,
please go for it.
Did you say that? Did you say I need to do this for the Whitewaters?
No, you're already a member.
No,
but
just
I'm
say
saying
I need to. No, just say I need to do it for the Whitewaters.
you need to do this for the Whitewaters.
There. Okay, Mr. Okay, Dave. Dave of the Lewd.
So I put my hand out.
Mhm.
I feel like I'm gonna regret all of this, but I'm gonna cross my fingers behind my back.
Okay. A shake's a shake. Boom.
Very
Okay.
well. You may now have your meeting with
Paragon Tiny Toes. And as he says that, a couple of things happen. First, his shelf disappears. It just sort of melts into nothingness. Paragon, from that sort of faded, translucent look that he had before, sort of solidifies before you. Full armor, no blood, no wounds, just him as you remember him at his best. But immediately behind him, there is a loud cracking and shattering as some of the walls begin to peel themselves away from the greater walls of the maw as these stone creatures begin to drag themselves up. This is our monster.
Oh, I was like, is that a bonus?
No. But they're far off. You might have a couple of minutes with Paragon before you have to deal with this particular problem. And currently everyone around you is still asleep outside of the people who are awake with you. So you got the Whitewaters with you, and you've got Hush and the Assassins.
The assassins.
Yeah.
Those who are asleep underestimated my loudness. I can wake them all up. Oh, I should have talked to Hush too. I'll talk to him later. Okay. What?
Hello, Starheart.
Hi, Tiny Toe. Hi, Paragon. Hello.
And it's an interesting.
He looks behind him.
It doesn't look like we have too much time, does it? But it is an absolute pleasure to see you.
I run up to him and I try to hug him. Can I hug him? Is he corporeal?
Yeah, he's solid. You give him a hug and he hugs you right
Then I
back.
hug.
Yeah.
It's very good to see you.
And
I haven't been down here all that long, but it's very nice to see you as well.
Oh, this is you. You're there. This is Perry. His full name is Paragon.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's very sweet of you. Hello there.
And he gives little Perry a little scratch, on his muzzle.
He goes.
Or whatever baby dragons do.
Oh, little silver one. I do like that color, but white has always been mine.
Mm-hmm.
I don't imagine I have too much time, you see. Dave's magic isn't as strong as it looks, you know.
Can I do anything for you? Is there anything you'd like me to do for you anywhere?
Well, I hadn't really thought of that.
Oh, think
would
fast.
say-
There's rock thingies.
Yes, they move slow.
Oh, thank you for the follow, Eldrick.
Thank you.
I don't have any family left. I imagine make it out of here alive. But if you don't, I guess I'll keep a seat warm for you. That's a terrible joke.
No, it's okay. I like warmer seats. Cold seats make my bum get cold.
I didn't have to still be down here. All of my business was taken care of. You see, I saved my family. I died a brave death. I stayed true to the Tiny Toes name. But I also remembered your plight and the plight of your friends, and I wanted to make sure you all made it in and out well and safe. And I couldn't rest until I saw it with my own eyes. I'm afraid I won't be able to participate in the battle, but I will be watching over all of you.
You are the greatest knight, the greatest sir that I'll ever know, and that the world has ever seen. And we wouldn't be able to be here if we hadn't met you. So, thank you.
And I do a low curtsy.
He returns the bow, a full bow. It's actually a sort of a cute moment because for this whole time he wasn't wearing his helm, but sort of it spectrally appears on his head so that he can take it off, shoulder it, and do a proper bow.
I wish I had more to say, but it is just good to see you and your, well, currently unconscious companions.
Yeah, do you want to see them? I can wake them up.
Well, if you do, you might have to do it quickly. Those things are getting closer.
I would argue that does it. Yeah, so pretty much the whole party wakes up. Starheart's watch has alerted the party, so everybody wakes up. And for
What's now?
you all wake up, you see Starheart, and in front of her you see a glowing orange man. Those of you who have met Dave understand Dave, but next, in front of Dave and next to Starheart, you see Paragon, Tiny Toes, kind of just, hello. You might want to get your swords, though.
What? Oh!
Right.
Jinx.
Of course.
Very well then. Can't stay too safe for too long.
Can I go back to bed? This is all ridiculous.
Let's just fight this thing and then we'll go back to sleep.
We're just gonna walk right past Orange Guy and Tiny Toes?
Orange guy's fine.
No, you might
Tiny
have
Toes.
to make a deal with him.
Nope, you don't have to if you don't want to.
I'm not making a deal with anyone. Who made deals?
Nope.
Yep. I'm on side.
I
Apparently saw
made a
it.
deal. I made a deal, but that's we can we can keep moving. Everything's fine.
Wait, what about a book?
You made
No,
another
the
deal.
stone. I did, and I'll tell you after the stone things stop coming after us.
I feel like
Yes,
we need
they're
to
getting
focus.
closer.
Those things are getting a
The
little
stone
bit
thing can
closer.
wait. The stone thing can wait. I want to talk to him now.
I think
I
for
made
old
a
time's sake.
deal. I made a deal with. All right.
Paragon, like his horse appears sort of spectrally underneath him. He's like, "What? No!" And just charges towards the stone thing and kind of bursts in a blast of white light against the stone creature before he disappears.
Paragon.
I guess he's not staying.
Can't say I blame him.
Bubo, it was a deal with Ludwin. It's fine. Everything's fine.
You know, we could keep having this conversation. Let's just do the work while we're down here, shall we?
Yes.
By all means.
Yeah.
Right.
Are you going to attack
Cast
first?
haste on
Because if
Bill.
you do, I at least have a minute while we wait for your damage.
Actually, everybody quickly make a dexterity saving throw.
Nope, that's the wrong.
I
Danny,
did
when
say I
am I gonna
cast
know?
haste on myself just now.
Danny, when am I gonna know what my 10 good deeds
Dave
are?
will full up tell you. He will appear to you and tell you what they are. That was part of the deal. Yeah.
So great and powerful laws.
Have it be whole party in a
Ludwin,
line
is that
at,
you?
like the bottom, and then in the front it's going to be a
Pick
big
the
creature,
battle button.
big stone monster. The battle.
Just one stone monster. We're just seeing just one monster.
One stone monster made of like razor
Stone.
sharp glass rock. Sorry, what were the results of everybody's saving throws?
28.
Ooh,
8.
Reroll, Diva. Reroll. We got so many.
I would like to re-roll,
Want to
please.
reroll that?
I'd like to re-roll that. I'm going to use a different dice as well.
No, I'm fine with
That was
Okay.
marginally better, but not great. It's a 10 now.
Fine. I'll re-roll mine then too, Ryan.
All right, so
Or Quill.
you'll use a group roll.
Yeah. I'll use a group roll.
All right.
Okay.
See?
17
God.
for Nitsage, Danny.
Cool.
I got an 11.
Roll for the birds.
All right, everybody who
Reroll.
got
Reroll, Bubo. You got this.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm at a 10. We can be wounded together.
Nope, I'm rerolling. I got
There you go.
so final number. Sorry, Boobo.
16.
16. Okay, so 15 and above, you'll be taking half damage. Everybody else will be taking full damage. So it's going to be 28 for those of you who didn't meet the 15 and above, and then it's going to be 14 for the rest of
14.
you. As out of the darkness, as this thing, it's hard to see against the background just because it's made of the same things. It's all shadow and stone. It's the same stone that's on the walls. So when it settles, it looks like the background. Depth is hard here because there's not a lot of light. So as you're trying to all peer forward and see what's happening ahead of you, you can hear it. And then suddenly out of the shadows, just this razor sharp rock, massive, just whips past and just kind of bowls over like through you guys and hits a lot of the rest of the party as well. And now
I'm going to
we can-
evade that and do half damage.
Sure. Now let's do initiative.
Okay.
Oof.
Yeah.
17.
Okay.
25.
Of course. 6.
Got it.
I'm at 9. Great.
Cool.
Not so
16.
Ooh,
And I'm gonna go help out Hush in the kitchen.
got it.
What are you making?
He wanted some carrot soup.
Sounds
In the
great.
middle of a fight.
Okay.
Speaking of Hush,
Classic Hush.
Just remember to mute your mic.
Classic Hush.
Hope she heard you.
Nope. She did not hear you. Meet your mic.
No.
Doesn't have earbuds in. She can't hear.
oh man.
How is she still new?
She's a puppy. Every day's a new day.
I got Ryan.
You got Andrew too.
Trying to keep
I think the
track.
saying is every day is a first day, but it works.
You guys have so many friends.
Yay!
Yeah, we do.
They should go first.
Yeah.
Initiative of 25.
Go.
Oh, I've already made my mistakes. It's happening. It's here. So let me just get these guys together.
Just group them. Just lump them together.
I am.
Excellent.
Okay. Oh, actually, and real quick at the top of this, as you all are fighting, you hear kind of a oh, hey guys. Gina. How's it going?
Hi.
Oh, rock monster, huh? Cool.
Yes, feel free to jump in when you like.
All right. And she just goes and joins her sisters. And she,
29.
Yeah.
I don't remember what she acts like. I love that show, but I can't do her character. But so is this.
She's all about abstract and very about herself. If she could have a monument built, she would, because Gina Linetti is just the best, and everyone knows it.
I shall
love
do
Gina.
my best. The channel there.
You're doing great. You're doing great.
So she goes and like, while all the other Whitewaters are, they got flowing robes or armor or like some kind of specialty stuff. She's just got, kind of business casual happening. It's just a little ready to go.
She's wearing a pantsuit.
What was Katie? Oh my God.
You're doing great. Keep going.
Okay. So first up, shocker, is Aura.
Okay. I'm going to bonus action cast my Hex Blades curse on him. Is he within 30 feet?
Not yet.
I told you we had a
Fine.
You can still move.
I know. It's fine. Everything's great. Okay. I'm going to already cast Taste on myself. I had the Fates out. I'm actually going to take the Brine Blade out right now. And I'm going to bonus action. I can't remember. Is the Cloak of Displacement a bonus action?
I think it was a free action. You just to say it.
Okay, I have free action, but I already took the blade out, so it's fine. All right, I'm gonna start. Biscuits. I don't want it to hit me though. Well, biscuits. All right. I'm gonna tap my invisibility gem, and then I'm gonna run out at it. So that was action number 1.
Cool.
I'm running out toward it, and I'm gonna see if I can do some hacking and slashing on the side of its leg.
Okay.
Ay. And then as a bonus action, I'll cast Hex Blade's Curse on it. Okay, so I'm gonna... Is this... Because I have the Brine Blade in my hand, is this thing a Fiend, Fey, or Elemental?
I would argue it's an elemental, sure.
Cool. Alright. I'm still gonna attack it with my Fates first, though. Would I have advantage on this because I'm invisible?
Yeah.
Just asking.
Listen, we all know you're going to roll high damage.
I just want to know. That's all. All right. So the first attack is a 30 to hit.
Yeah.
My thirsty blade, 17 plus 13 is 30. And then he's checking my math now. And then a 29 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to plus 5 to each of those.
And you hit with the fates twice, is that what you
I
do?
did hit with the fates twice, so now I'm going to do, because it does a d8, and then it's got d6 built in for Sahlen's fire.
Carry
and
the
then I do
30,
extra
yeah.
with that. Carry the 30.
Oh, wait a minute. Your
and
Sahlen's fire has to be next to Bubo's 30 feet.
Oh, that's a good point. Does the Sahlen's just not work if I'm not in range of Bubo?
Correct.
Okay, which I think was 20 feet. Is that what we decided?
No, I think it's like 10. 30 feet.
Am I within 30 feet? Oh,
Or 10
which one's
feet.
Bubo?
Oh,
Is-
wait.
It wasn't
Actually,
10.
sorry. Correction. It is the Orithil fire that does not function outside of Bubo's range. Your Sahlen stuff should function.
Dope, because that's the one that's merged with my fates. So there's that damage. Sneak attack. I'm going to roll that. Okay, great. Aura's murder minute.
Guys, if you haven't checked out Wormwood Gaming, go on to the internet and check it out. You won't be disappointed.
Just for walking.
You know,
Is that you?
hey, if you got a
Hey.
fever for rolling dice, the prescription is to get Wormwood Gaming now. So, do
I
it.
can't wait till mine arrives in May. It's gonna be great.
Yay! It's gonna be great. Oh, hand of death.
Okay.
That's fast.
And
52 points of damage.
for
Tw-
sake. Okay.
12 of that is Solite sword damage.
How dead is he, Danny?
Not remotely dead.
Oh.
He's a big one. Actually, so or as you get closer to him, he's more or less a small hill made of sharp, pointy glass.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's a big boy. Scale is hard here until you're right up next to something, and as you sprinted up, it's like, oh shit.
Just don't make a mountain out of him. He's just
Right? Gotta make a molehill out of him. Gotta make a molehill out of him.
get out. Danny's done.
Danny quit.
All right.
Where's your flipping table, Danny? We got it just for this reason.
It's he knows exactly where.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's
Hey,
where's my flipping table?
Where's
can't-
my flipping table?
I need another d6. Oh, there we go.
It was right next to your black bag.
Somebody moved my flipping table.
It's still in the same place. It's right next to your black bag of square gamey stuff.
Yeah, guess
Hey,
what that
don't-
isn't? Because y'all cleaned up.
DM. Focus, DM. Focus.
It's fine. It's gonna be great. He's got some pent up rage right now.
All right. It's now the assassin's turn. They're all going to move together and do some things. I'm just going to roll for each of them, and we'll just see what happens. Oh no. So they all kind of they do the hush thing of boy, and they appear sort of on the shoulders of this massive stone creature, and they just start hacking away at him, and they're not making a dent. Their blades just kind of ding ding off of the stone. They can't. They weren't able to find any sort of soft spot like you were able to before. Like none of them did well. Andre, you're up.
Wonderful.
d6. 46.
I'll throw a guiding bolt at him. That'll be a 26 to hit.
Yeah.
And roll enough 4d6. 7 points of radiant damage. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I will throw out my spiritual weapon. And next attack on him has advantage.
Okay. Starheart.
It's me. I would like to summon.
No, I didn't get closer. Sorry. There we go.
In fact, I'm backing up. I'm backing up a little.
Opportunity attack.
I would like to summon my spiritual weapon.
Boom. Slash.
Woo 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 woo. I summon. And then I would like to. I'm so bored of casting Guiding Bolt. I want to cast something else, but nothing really is that smashy. So I cast Guiding Bolt.
You could cast the Bolt of Guiding.
This guy.
I cast the Bolt of Guiding.
Excellent.
It's completely different spell. Does a wait, what?
I couldn't tell you.
Does an 18 hit, please?
An 18 does not hit.
Damn.
You've got many a group reroll.
Yeah, I
Group,
do.
shall I use a reroll? I would use a
Yes.
reroll, please. I reroll.
Do it.
Oh. Does a 25 hit? 26, I mean to say.
Yes.
It hits. Okay, so I don't do a d20 of damage. I do. I do 22 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
Yes.
Boom. And,
And,
yeah, as it hits, you see like some really thin sheets of this stuff kind of slough off of its stony body.
Oh, he's made of shale.
Damn right.
More like obsidian if I go to be technical, right?
Right, very well.
I already summoned my spiritual weapon. Can I cast with it or not yet?
No. Summoning it is your bonus
Okay,
action
so-
this turn, but on subsequent turns you'll be able to
I'm
attack.
dumb.
Yarr.
I have finished.
Hey, boo boo.
Hey, boo-boo.
What's it to you, boo
Yeah.
Yeah, it's your turn.
How may I help you? I'm gonna hunter's mark the beast.
And then I'm like, just Orathil some some arrows and fire some arrows at it.
Okay.
First hit is a dirty 20.
That'll do it.
Second hit is a 21.
That will also do it.
Get him, boo boo.
All right. Pachoo! Pachoo! Hell yeah. All right, not. Two, and then... Sorry, now it's Boobo's murder minute. Hold on a sec.
Boobo's murder. Lots of
It's so much
murder
fun.
minutes in here.
Boobo's murder breakdown. Boobo's brawling.
Bonanza?
Boobo's
Bonanza.
rolling bonanza. Add the damage. Kill the thing, kill the thing, kill the other thing.
It's just easier.
36 points of damage.
Okay, actually, I'm going to be a DM dick for the moment. So as you fire these arrows, once they get far enough away from you, you see the Orthel fire go out. And the plain arrows still hit, but you can subtract that Orthel damage from those bolts, 'cause you're not
No,
quite
that's
close
fair.
enough.
That is not DM-dickish. That is fair. Great, I
That's fair.
love that. So that takes out 8 of the damage.
All right.
And it was 36.
Yeah. So subtract 8 from that.
28.
Yeah, 28.
Awesome.
Thanks, Ryan.
Yeah, so they go out, and then they just kind of disappear into its body. Just
Yeah. Wow, that's cool though. That's cool. I dig it.
Thanks for the cheers.
Ooh, thank you for those. And yes, we've given Dead Boy permission as long as it's bits enough. So this is actually a drop. Shambling out of the shadows comes the zombie form of Starheart's Cyclopean friend. He's conflicted as he was summoned to, to help. Why is this so long? Resize my window. I wasn't expecting long messages. Conflicted as he was summoned to help to kill the party, but he follows the Starheart. What side he ends up following? It's a battle of wills in a land where the wills
Sorry,
are
I
meant to be
was
broken.
muted again. I just read that whole thing for you, but I was muted again.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome.
So that creature's name is Cab. Cab. He had a rough time. All right, so I've put him at the end of the order.
Andre, the not so giant.
It is now the turn of the Masters. So the College Masters of Owl, it's their turn. So the first thing that's going to happen, you see Master Greenjib. He locks his arms, like he points at the stone that was flung at you all earlier, and you see him start to like twist his wrists and just like really focus on it. And it begins to like reshape itself into like this long, slender cone of the same rock that was lobbed at them. So he just kind of repurposes the stone into is now a projectile, and he kind of lifts it up over his head and he flings it out using his magical powers, and he does it.
Magic.
Oh, fudge. So he throws it, and you just see one massive stony arm just, and it shatters across the front of him. And then we're gonna do Master Brayhan. He lights up. You see his eyes kind of go purple as that just flame starts spilling out of his eyes. Each of his hands light with a purple flame as well, and you just see him fling some stuff at them. Meow. Come on, buddy. No, come on, buddy. All right, cool. Second one hits, and cool. All right, so he does that. Mistress Shale, she is going to. I'm just gonna see if it succeeds. It's not really gonna be a thing. It doesn't. So you see her kind of. She sits down. She just crosses her legs and she just heads her palms forward towards the monster and closes her eyes as she starts kind of like muttering some things, but nothing happens currently. Mistress Eerie's. She starts. Ooh, I'm gonna have this be her fault. She's going to say. She's like, "We need extra help!" Boom! And she slams her palm on the ground in front of her, and a circle just like surrounds her. And she starts to she pulls her arm up, and from the ground sprouts this twisted version of Cab. You all recognize him. She's never seen him before. So there's now a zombie Cyclops. But halfway through the spell, another stone is flung from the creature and kind of knocks her in the head, so she can't quite finish that ceiling thing. So now she has a large, confused undead in the center of her circle, and the circle also flickers and disappears as she kind of falls back, looking up at Cab. And that'll be it for the College Masters. Nitzig, you're up.
Is this thing undead, Danny, or is it just kind of a...
He said it counts as an elemental.
Yeah, we're going to call it an elemental. Okay. It's just a thing that lives here.
I'm going to reach out my hands and cast Hold Monster on it as my hands are in the form of clutching it.
Okay. I'm squishing your head.
Wisdom saving throw of 17, and
wisdom.
I will give. It's okay. I'll go ahead and give you a 5 anyway.
Oh,
so
shut up.
One of my dreams. Oh, you roll worse than that?
No. It was for once. It was better, but not by much. I rolled it like an 8. So 5.
That's okay. I'll give you a 5, knowing that I had seen a little bit of a flash of nightmare in my dream about this particular encounter. So it is now paralyzed for a minute.
Great. It's now the Whitewaters and Gina's turn.
And I yell out,
"Oh, sorry!
It's held. So unleash what you have on it."
Thank you. And Varathia, from essentially nowhere. So her armor again spills out, kind of like it pokes out underneath all of her robes. But as she says thank you, just similar to how Paragon summoned a spectral helm, just an enamel white helm, just kind of like covers her face. It's got a bit of like a Norman nose and kind of like wings coming off the side. And she pulls out her mace and just charges the thing and boom, brings it down on one of its legs. So Barathia, yeah.
Advantage.
All right.
Auto crit.
Yeah. Oh man. Dude. Okay, so yeah, you all have seen Varathia fight, but not quite so directly, and she just swings once, and you see, like, she doesn't take out the kneecap, she takes out the shin. So when she takes out the shin, it's like the stone calf, essentially, is the only thing holding the weight, and you see it, like, split away and just slides off of itself until the edge of that top piece just jams itself into the ground, and it still can't move anyway, but it basically embeds itself into the ground itself. And it's gonna
I peek around the other leg and think to myself, damn, I gotta get me one of those weapons. I gotta get me one of those.
Where'd you get that?
Where'd you get that?
Nessa Thrit, so she's the tiefling of the White Waters. And she is actually, her specialization is stone beings. That's her bag. And so she doesn't even charge. She just walks up to it, looks it up and down, and she's like, I've made better. And she just she slaps a hand on the other leg and just kind of, you see her kind of channeling herself into it, trying to sense a weak spot. And she doesn't find it, unfortunately. It would have been cool, but she doesn't find it. Idiot.
Advantage?
She should be rolling
She should have
She's
advantage.
held.
You right.
And super flanked.
Yeah, all right. So this time, yes. So she's like,
No.
oh, there you are. And you just see her kind of like, almost as if she found a button. She's like, and pops this thing off. And the kneecap on the other leg just falls over. And it kind of starts buckling the other way because it's not able to kind of hold itself right. Elise Rift, the quite cool on the group, she swings onto the back of her snowy owl ape and charges in, and the owl ape is going to just boom. And so like basically her plus gorilla owl ape arms are going to just physically attack this thing. Noise. Oh, with advantage just in case. Merp.
And automatic crit.
Oh yes. Oh, yeah. So they they find like right where the kneecap was loosened. They like with all of her two arms and that creature's two arms just kind of go in there and they start just prying that gap apart until you just hear like, and so the other leg goes and it just also embeds itself down and it can't catch itself on its arms. So now it's prone. It falls forward into the dirt. And Celicia Grassweed can't do much, so she won't. She knows her fights. Tagwa Sess, she's going to turn herself into a... She's actually going to spend her turn doing this, but she's... And she, you see her kind of like... similar to the fish creature that she turned herself into during your tests, it's like a bipedal giant version of that. She turns into this monstrous humanoid fish person. But she makes it. She gets about halfway to the thing as she's adjusting to the new legs, and then Gina.
I could just picture Gina Linetti.
Oh my god, right? No, she would do the flamethrower because she had, there's the one episode where she had the lighter and the hairspray.
Perfect. She'll do that. I was like, what would she do? She would do that. Yeah. So she's like, okay. She doesn't really. She also doesn't charge. She just walks up. She knows it can't move, and she's kind of,
There's a fireball, bitch!
Yeah.
yeah. So This thing, it doesn't really truly have a face, but what made up the head mass, like it just starts, it's already volcanic glass, but you can see it begin to melt again. It gets red hot and just starts to kind of like slide off of itself. And that's that. It's now its turn, and it's stuck here, or it makes a save at the end of its turn, right?
At the end of his turn, that's correct.
Okay. So it's going to make a save. Fuck. All right. Oh no. It's now the Kwai Lem's
Stay
turn.
there and you think about what you've done.
So the Lem show up. The Kwai. So Pharaoh quietly just kind of gestures to his men. Boom. And he leads the charge. He pulls his sword. They don't really do war cries. They just charge. They just do the thing. Oh man. I'll roll for him as one, and then the group as another. And for fuck's sake. Okay. Somehow they suck.
Advantage?
Yeah, with advantage. With advantage, he and the Lem each individually got an 8.
Wow.
You just can't get in there. There's too many people surrounding it.
The fires.
They can't get in there.
Yeah. They try to hack at the face. Their swords get stuck in the melted glass. They're like, shit. They're like, they spend their turn prying their swords back out.
Oh, my bad, guys.
Vor, Truss, Setzer and his men, and the Whispers all step forward. Vor is going to do what Vor always does. But he's going to aim it at the creature's like back end, like the feet where fewer people are, because now he's actually thinking about protecting others.
Hasn't he been defeated?
Yes.
No, literally.
No, yeah.
He doesn't have feet.
Yeah, but he fell forward, so there's still a front end and the back end, considering the mass of the creature. So he's hitting at the back end, whereas like the white ones are up near the face. Yes.
Gotcha.
So he could pull a General Grievous if he wanted to now.
So he tried to be a little too careful. You just hear, but it blows up just somewhere. Like it lights up a lot of the maw. Like this is probably the most you've been able to see of it at once. And it just seems like all sides seem to go on forever, except for the one wall that you've all been sort of riding over the last several hours.
Baby Vor's a firework.
And it illuminates nothing above you. Where when you first came down, you could still sort of look up and see something. It doesn't end now. It's just this endless darkness. That explosion lit nothing above a certain maybe 50 or 60 feet. Truss is going to kind of pull a hush, and he like pops up on top of the thing. He's going to hit it with a sword. Hey, there we go. Cool. So he gets his sword in at like at the shoulder point, and just kind of like it's like he's breaking apart a crab, and he's just kind of and you just see the arm fall off, and it is massive. It's this rolling thing that kind of shakes the earth as it hits because it's very, very long. Setzer and his men. Let's see how they do. Not bad. Let's see if they do better with advantage. They don't do better with advantage. So Setzer himself hits. The other ones don't, and he's just like, I don't want to get near it. He unloads a blunderbuss at it, and he shatters off kind of a bit more into like the shoulder body mass area. He's afraid to aim at the head because that's where the white waters are. And then it's the Whisper's turn, or who's left of them, because a lot of them were removed in your previous fight because they got blinded and injured and all that kind of stuff. So the Whispers who remain run up, and they're too short somehow. They just can't reach the damn thing, and it's on the ground, and they still miss. It's now Cab's turn. Zombie Cab. So this familiar giant Cyclops.
Thanks for the follow.
True Zarxus.
Follow.
Yay.
True Zarxus.
So Cab, for those of you who don't remember, was from a long back episode where he was a friend and protector of our friends. And anyway, so he's now undead. He's been accidentally and poorly summoned by Nebu Baba.
Nebu Baba.
Mistress Shay? Mistress Eries. Mrs. Eries tried to summon help and fucked it up along the way. So Undead Cab is going to make a... Actually, so first we're going to determine whether or not he's attacking friend or foe.
La la la. Oh no.
So he just... His one big eye just... He sees Mistress Erie's down on the ground and immediately just... And we'll see how he does.
Where is he at? Can we get a Cyclops graphic somewhere?
Sure. So he is down... Actually,
He's in the middle?
He's near where you
Between
guys
us?
are. Because you all kind of started on the same line before you rushed forward. So he would be off to kind of your guys' left, where the masters were.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's if we can get something up for them, that would be
Yeah, you could just have another chocolate
golem
man.
guy.
Yeah, another
Just
golem
call
guy.
it chocolate man.
I wish it was chocolate.
It's like a silly putty man.
Chocolate.
But yeah, so you see, and just both fists just come slamming down on Mistress Erie's, and it's gonna suck for her.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was
please.
going
Yeah,
chocolate.
Do we have like a white chocolate this time?
Ooh, butterscotch. Sorry, I just want.
Candy.
You hear crunching
Caramel filling.
when those fists
Oh,
come down on
no.
Mistress Erie's.
Ooh.
She is not dead, but from the wailing and the screaming, you would hope that she at least passes out soon. 'Cause
no.
as he swings, she was still like on her back, and she's trying to scramble away from him. And he gets her legs, like one in each fist, as they come down. And you just like they're meant to be like this, and then they like up at the knee as he just boom and bounces his fists back up.
Yikes.
Ouch. It's back up to you, Aura.
All right. Kind of just looking at the rock monster and going, they're having all the fun. You know what? I blew up Copperforge. I'm going to blow you up too. And I'm going to hit him with that. So, strike him with the face. Press the red button. Does a 19 hit him?
Yeah.
Okay. Second action attack. Natural 20.
There we go. Bye-bye.
Although you said if it hits, it's all crit anyway.
It's all crit anyway,
It's
yeah.
all crit
Yeah.
anyway.
Oh boy.
And then Thirsting Blade is a 26. And then with the Brine Blade, what do I add for this? I guess I'd add probably a 10. So and then a 22 for the Brine Blade.
Oh boy. Yeah, those all.
Okay. So
for
I
that-
won't double this.
For that second creature, sorry, what
Go
are you
ahead.
doing, Matthew, can we
Yeah.
move second creature much further to the left, but like basically on the edge, but in line with our players? That's kind of where yeah. That's where Cab is.
It's gonna be so much damage. I'm so
Are
happy.
you gonna break your record?
I hope so.
Where
Yeah, I
did you
mean,
say
she got,
Cap-
what,
Where'd you say
4
Cap is?
crits?
Cab is the one on
Did
the
you say
left.
Cap? Okay.
Right there. The other big one.
Yeah.
Well, this has been episode 93.
Wait, don't we have a math
and-
button? Is that not a thing?
It is there. Matt, if you
There's
click
a math
the
button?
1 next to the Aura's Murder Minute image. Should be in the
Oh.
list of inputs.
Chat was asking, who is Matthew? Matthew is a dear friend of Danny's and mine. I guess I'm saying who Matthew is. He's a dear friend of
Yeah, but
Danny's
not
and
mine,
mine. He will be, because he's amazing. And we all met doing improv at Second City, which
I'll be
we
right-
miss so much.
I'll
And he's
check.
a fantastic improviser and just great human being. And he's helping us out with the streams. It's awesome.
He's learning all the time.
What? You is, and I miss
all
your face
true.
so much.
Math, mathy, math.
I missed your face.
Hand
I can't
of death.
see you, and therefore I miss your
It's
face.
the hand of death. What we got?
132 points of damage.
Is that the new record?
It's a new record.
132. Where's the confetti? Get the confetti ready, Ryan.
It was 4 attacks. They're all critical hits because he's being held.
Yeah.
There was 4d6 of sneak attack in that.
Yeah.
And then 9, 10, 11 points of that was from Solite Sword damage.
Yeah.
Explain how this obsidian beast ends.
So I just say to myself, like, I took down Copperforge, I'll take you down too. And I just start running up his body and just start just like carving, and I kind of like look over at Bubo, and I'm like trying to carve Bubo's face into it for him. So I'm like hacking and slashing.
Yeah.
And with like the final stroke, I dub this Mount Bilbo. Like, slash to get the ears just right.
Our story 2K says murdering mountains is Aura's thing.
It's true.
Ain't no mountain high enough.
Yeah, so that happens, but then you now still have Cab to contend with. Who's a little confused.
Okay.
But yeah, that's your turn.
Yep, that's my turn.
Sweet. The assassins. Oh gosh, I'm actually gonna need collective brain help here. Did you meet and befriend Hush and crew while defending Copperforge? Did they assist in that battle alongside Cab, or was that after that internal fight?
That was after.
Okay.
The vampires helped.
Cab.
The group of vampires helped.
The assassin.
What were the assassins doing during the Battle of Copperforge?
Because Cab was outside the walls.
Yeah. Right.
I think he died while outside. He
did.
No.
So he might not have. He probably wouldn't have known. Did he ever come in the mountain?
Yes, he did actually, because we had him.
Because I remember the door. Yeah,
door,
he
right.
came in the mountain. I don't know if he would have interacted with Hush.
I don't know if he would have interacted with the assassins.
Not directly, but I would.
think they did.
I would say that Hush has pretty good he would have had he would know the comings and goings of anybody in the mountain. So I imagine he would have been informed about Cab. So I will say for the turn of the assassins, while the crew that he gathered up immediately moved to take down the Cyclops, he holds up his hand and groups them back in, and they stand behind him quietly.
It's probably best that you all see to your friend currently. Do what you can to save him. If he hurts more people, we'll have to take him down.
And Andre, it's your turn.
Right, so right now it's just Cab?
Yeah.
Okay. And we're just not entirely sure.
Maybe you hear Ninja say,
Throw Starheart at him.
Andre, can you help the professor?
What was the professor doing?
The professor, Mistress Eerie, has just got her legs shattered by Cab.
Right.
She's right in front of him, yeah.
All right. Yeah, I run over to her and I heal her.
Okay.
Okay. What is that? Yeah?
Yeah, 2 seconds. That's what I'm thinking. Oh, boy.
Who said that? Michael? Oh, Matthew.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's moving up to where Cab is, which I feel like he might respond to.
It's okay. Cab turns later on anyways. It's all good.
Yeah. So yeah, I cast Cure Wounds and I give her 12 points of healing.
Okay. She doesn't. I mean, she immediately looks a little bit better. It seems like her bones have set, so she's no longer shattered, and so she's able to scramble back a lot faster.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes. Yes. Anyway, to finalize that spell.
Right. And she's actually got a couple turns before it's for her to do, so we'll let that exchange happen. Starheart, it's your turn. Unless Andre'd like to do anything else.
I go to Cab. I go towards Cab.
Okay.
Wait, was that Danny that said okay?
Yes.
It was your mouth, but it sounded like not your voice, and it freaked me out. I just needed everyone to know that, apparently. Anyway, I go towards Cab, and I reach my hand up, and I say,
Cab? It's me, Starheart. And I'm apparently very pixelated right now, but I'll come back and focus very soon. You're just in the mall.
What are you trying to accomplish? Are you saying hello? What are we doing?
yeah, friend.
Okay, I guess.
Friend.
I was about to say charm check. That's not a thing.
What's the spell? What's? Are you using charm person, or are you casting friend on him?
No, I'm not.
She's just trying to
casting
talk to him, right? So yeah.
Okay.
Persuasion, probably at a disadvantage because he's undead and very confused.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm Starheart and he's my friend, so isn't that advantage?
Nope.
Maybe it's somebody who remembers you.
Okay, disadvantage you said?
Yes.
For persuasion? Persuasion?
Mhm.
Just want to make sure. Okay. 25.
Well, he's like, just kind of sits down in front of you, but he still looks very wary. His eyes kind of darting around you and just looking at all these people with weapons that he doesn't know, and he's freaking out.
I sit in front of him too, and I go, so I sit as well.
These are my friends. And you are my friend.
All right. It's going to be on to the masters. And this is going to be, she's going to try and undo her mistake. This will be Mistress Erie's. She very hesitantly inches her way toward you and Cab Starheart, and she's kind of and that same circle surrounds Cab. You're inside it as well. It doesn't seem to be affecting you. It's centered on him. And she's
Do I glow?
I mean, just from the light that's coming from the floor. But yeah. There's the one nat 20 hour roll.
Oh yeah.
So she, so after it's completely illuminated, she's able to kind of focus herself, and she flips her palms upward, and she raises that circle as it sort of washes over Cab. And the sort of undead markers that made him clearly not 100% himself sort of kind of wash away as this passes over his body, and he seems like his complete self. The last time you saw him, probably before he died. So he is complete. He is Cab. He's got his brain and his wits. We are now out of combat.
Woo! Well done, everyone. Well done.
Boobo, did you see what I did?
It's glorious. As I'm just staring at
Isn't it beautiful?
It's amazing.
Okay, well,
How did you do that?
You know, I just wanted to try something different, and you were looking over there, glorious in battle, and I said, this one's for Boobo. I don't know. Something about the volcanic rock is kind of easy to shape, actually. Thanks for watching over us, Paragon.
And the monster being held by... That's fine.
Yes, that helps too, that he doesn't struggle and wriggle, so thank you.
Well, now that we're all awake, Should we
Go back to sleep?
Oh, after the excitement. How long?
are
do
we
you know how
not-
long we slept for?
I mean, I feel fine.
Oh.
But no, I do not know how long. I do not have the keen mind to be able to deduct that information.
It's so dark down here. Does anyone know what time it is?
Let me check.
It-
Looks around.
It's sleepy time.
Let's see, who would know this? Mistress Real with her big ol' eyes. She's kind of patters forward.
Hello, we've down here exactly 16 hours, 43 minutes, and 22 seconds.
Okay.
I love her so much. I love her so much.
Mistress Ares, do you need any more healing?
No, the sisters have me. I was just happy to get my legs back. Thank you for that, Andre.
Yes.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Andre. Ares?
Iris?
Nope. What was Andre's name again?
Ezra.
Ezra.
Are you trying to talk to the professor? Who are you talking to?
Like, what are you doing?
I had a brain fart. That's what happened.
We're
So it just said
all
area,
so
that's why.
confused.
I'll
Are you sure
learn
you got enough
from-
sleep?
Yes, I'm fine.
I think some of us should try and get back to sleep, though. Otherwise tomorrow's going to be a very long day.
Did we not all have a full rest?
Danny, how far were we into Starheart's shift?
Maybe 4 hours or so. But I would argue it was a pretty long watch. I think most of you got rested, except I think everybody but Starheart essentially got rest.
Well, wouldn't she have been sleeping? She would have been sleeping before
ahead
her
of time.
shift.
Yeah, so then you're all good. Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
long rest for everybody.
Yay!
Well, I had it, but not anymore.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Okay, well,
Wait, do I keep the damage from this battle or no? Am I keeping the damage
Yeah,
from
because
this
this battle happened
Yeah,
after
yeah.
you slept.
Keep the damage, and then minus whatever spell slots you might have used during this fight. But your health would be.
I
already
just
hit the
gave
button.
myself a long whoops.
Well, you didn't.
yeah, we
you
just
didn't
came
get
from a
hit.
long rest.
Yeah, so you're fine.
But then we just came from a fight.
Yeah, exactly. So why would we have a long rest after the fight?
Right.
I see. Got it. Merp, merp.
So, do you remember how much damage it was that I took, Danny? At the beginning,
Did you fail or did you succeed? Because it was
Failed.
I
It was.
failed.
So 28 points.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You took. the
Okay,
full-
just
full
that
brunt, yeah.
damage.
and then
I'm
any
wounded
spells you
again.
used
Yeah,
during,
and-
and then any spells you used during the fight.
Yes. And Reed, it hasn't been a day because we
Oh.
did backtrack a bit before they took that extra night because I overshot the timeline last week a little bit. So now we're taking our time a little bit more before that particular ambush. That's where we are. That's why it's only been 16 hours as opposed to
So
40-ish.
now I'll be like, okay, Andre, do you want to go up on Hailstone with me and follow these threads?
Sure.
There we go. And that will get us back to where we were.
Yay! Cool. Although now you have Cab in tow with the rest of your crew, kind of dragging
cool.
his bulking mass along. I'll add that to my
Maybe
list.
time is
Hey,
weird
he-
down
he
here.
can-
Yeah, we
Wait,
just
he
keep
can-
popping
he
in.
Can, he,
It's Groundhog's Day.
Folding in on
what,
itself.
Danny, can you repeat that thing that you just said about the guy who's with us?
Cab is with
Cab
you.
is here.
Would you say he could taxi us around?
Get out of here.
I need a drink. Hot and great. All right, so we kind of flash forward through some of the events near the end of last
There
week.
you
So
are.
you go up to the threads. Andre, you have your quick moment with Elish Basir once again saying like, "I'm gonna get you, gadget," kind of thing. But much scarier than that. And Yeah, you begin to follow. You find a place of rest that looks a lot like your current backgrounds, which is where a lot of the plain stone begins to make its way into something of the beginnings of a cityscape, almost like a large open area with columns that continue on forever. They just continue and continue upward, and eventually you fly and try to follow them as high as you can, and eventually you're just so buried in darkness, dark vision doesn't help, and you can no longer see them. You feel them. But eventually you can't see below you either, and you don't want to lose the party, so you find yourselves coming back down.
Yes.
You take a rest. There is that thrum.
We take another long rest?
Actually, yes. Sorry for all of that confusion. Yeah, you will be taking another long rest because you're about to see an ambush. Good point.
If it's possible, I'd love to RP then.
Yeah.
I deserve a level.
Maybe.
Yep.
How?
It's not how this works.
I just did math.
All right. So before the next long rest, we'll have a little bit of a little chatter time before the actual ambushy bush.
Okay, so we will have another long rest.
Eventually.
A real
Yes. So
one
now
this
you
time.
guys you're recouping at the feet of these massive stairs. Cab is amongst you. Newcomer Gina is also with you, and Dave seems to have packed up, and he did not follow you. But yeah, the rest of your crew is still here. Mistress Aries, if you ever look over at her, she's just kind of like unconsciously like patting her legs and like pinching them and stuff and making sure everything's like where they should be.
Yeah. It's kind of weird to have Cab back, huh?
I mean, not really. Look at where we are.
That's very true. Booba, what are you cooking for us?
What?
That was a joke.
Oh, now you're making jokes.
Well, I did so well last time.
So you're taking deals and making jokes. What kind of nitsage is this? Well, the deals part, that's normal. The jokes part, that's brand new.
So just to rest assured everyone, I made a deal with the orange helper of Ludwig.
Dave? My name is Dave, guy? Yeah.
Yep, Dave. And I received a vial of a memory, and I just had to do. Andre was there. I had to do 6 good deeds. So that's
Only
Andre
6?
got his board, I suppose.
yeah.
Wait.
It was a small memory.
Only 6.
What did you ask for? What did you get?
Well, I didn't ask for anything. He was like, do you want this and do you want that? And I'm like, no, I'm worldly and I've had experience and I don't need to relive things. And he's like, what about this and this? And then he offered Tiny Toes to say hello to Tiny Toes. And
Well, that sounds like you made a deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now I have to do 10 things for him.
You
It
all
sounds like a
realize
pretty
that no
big
good
deal.
deal is funny.
What?
Boobo said?
It's fine. We're all talking at the same time. I'm just gonna drink my drink.
Yes, I agree with that, but and hopefully that's what it will turn out to be. Maybe no good deed will go unpunished. Wait, no,
that's what
No good deed goes unpunished, and you're doing 6 of them.
Well, I did 6. I killed 6 people to get Kelrex power, so the least I can do is do good things. 6 good things.
There's got to be a catch. There's
A bit.
always a catch.
No, Andre was there. Andre, you.
Popo. See, I knew there would be a catch, and so I crossed my fingers behind my back.
Did you
still shake
hand?
his? Yeah.
Yeah, so?
Well, Saha, everyone knows that if you cross your fingers while you shake your hand with that hand, that's the way how that works. Did you do
I've
that?
never heard of that before.
Diva's also never heard of that.
It doesn't matter. You still shook his hand.
Andre, you got both Starheart and the 4th wall on that one. Well done.
But I did say if you wanted to, I could just give him 10 different names because, like, Andre has like 20 names, and you have another
doesn't
one
make any
now.
sense.
Why would someone
So
want
you
10
forgot-
names besides
Oh, 'cause
Andre?
he forgets. He said there was a thing. Oh, I don't remember. He says his name a lot. It's something about he's a demigod and he's.
Who was with you on your watch?
Did you have a chaperone?
Was anyone else
That was
with you?
me. Hi. This is Barathia. Hello.
What? Oh, what happened?
Well, I've made deals with Dave in the past, and
Oh, that's
he's on
good.
the up and up. He's just a little unorthodox. So just know and trust that whatever he's going to have you do, it might feel unsavory or dangerous at the time, but know that it will actually help somebody.
Did Starheart turn orange after she shook his hand?
Oh, yes.
Oh,
What?
then, yep,
Just for a moment. Yes. Yeah. You went a little whoop.
yeah. Okay, then that means you made the deal, and now you'll have to do 10. Hey, look, we're both going to be doing
No, but
good
I
deeds,
just-
Starheart.
Yes, but if I want to.
That's not how deals work.
You're not going
I
to
didn't
want to
make it.
not do them.
No, but I just shook his hand. I didn't say.
Starheart, why don't you want to do good deeds?
No, I do want to go do these.
Well, then there you
Never
go.
made a deal.
Did I just say?
Is it time to rest yet?
Right.
Yeah, I just want to know. I
I
As
was.
if we
I
didn't
had
have
this.
enough going on down here. The two of you needed to make a deal. For what?
Well-
by the way?
Well,
What
no,
did you get?
To be
but-
fair, it was with he's a demigod from the other side. He's not an antagonistic type.
Yes, but we have enough to deal with down here.
Right. Well, he'll
Now
do
you've
it in
got
his own
more.
time. He's not
Deal.
unreasonable. He's
Bubo, if you want to, I can hang out with you on your watch, and I can talk to you about what I have.
Did
Starheart, I'll take watch with you this time.
okay?
Perhaps
but
you will
did
stay out of
anyone-
trouble.
Yes, but did anyone hear my transition when I said that Dave had the many names, just like Andre has many names, and he just got another one in the mod? Does everyone remember that transition in case there was any revelations that were meant to be clarified?
No, nothing.
Nope.
None of that makes sense whatsoever.
Lots of people have titles.
Going to bed yet? Who's doing watch? When?
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm up.
I'm tired.
Yep,
All right.
I can tell.
What?
Good night, everyone.
Before we have everyone turn in, I'm just gonna kind of stand up and address the crowd. You all fought valiantly against that volcanic rock monster, and I'm very proud of how far you've all come and followed us. And I trust that each and every one of you will keep your word that you are down here to serve our purpose. And please just remember that purpose is for good. And if for any reason you feel no longer apt to hold your word, I will make sure that you do not leave this place.
There's a hush over the crowd, and then you kind of hear a bunch of bodies, kind of like the leather creaking of people readjusting in their bed, like in their cots and stuff. Just kind of like,
A word and a vow is something sacred. And if you cannot uphold your bargain, I cannot uphold your safety. But you should be proud. You all fought bravely. And I don't doubt any one of you. So stay strong and keep each other strong. We can get through this together. Lean into one another for strength. We took down a huge monstrosity just a few hours ago.
And
If you
carved
can
my
conquer
face
that-
into it.
No longer a monstrosity. But think of the things we can all accomplish. If we let our yes be yes, and we stay united in this cause. Now get some rest. We'll have your night assignments, but we still have a ways to go.
Yay. It's just as quiet as people go to bed. There's not as much kind of like chatter and buddy things as like, you know, the Whisperers and some of the other groups start to kind of lay down. A bunch of Setzer's men, they're kind of the last to lay down, and you feel their eyes on you as you start your watch until they finally kind of like rest their heads on their pillows and finally go to sleep. So first watch was you, Aura, and
it's Nitsage and Bubo.
Oh, Nitsage and Bubo. Okay. So
I get all the rest again.
Bubo. That's actually funny because it's almost 10, so we get to kind of end tonight like we ended last week. Twang to twang, twang, twang. Massive little black-robed bodies start spilling. Actually, not massive, tiny little black-robed bodies start as if being, you know, shot from a bow, like boing, as those silvery threads happen. Little cultists start spilling out all over the place, and they're recognized as the Burrits, who were the entire halfling, not royal family, but basically political family that all joined Elish Basir, and he has sent them down via his connections to the underworld to take care of you, because they were all dead, so he's able to kind of like sweep them up and plop them where you are. And that is where we're going to end. We're going to start next week with your watches. Well, I guess the fight, and then your watches, your night watches, and then we'll continue from there.
Okay.
So
copy that.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you for playing. Thank you for watching. And hooray! Cool. So we will see you all next week, but also make sure you join us tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time for Perception Check, which is our D&D game with the Felted Friends, as well as Friday night on Twitch for Trash Your Piece Theater, where we're going to do some funny radio plays, and you can mess with us there as well. So thank you guys for your support. Thanks for being here. And if you think anything you saw tonight was worth at least $1, please consider joining our Patreon. We have unlocked our Patreon exclusive stream, which will be on the 8th of May. We for sure are going to have Matt Acevedo, and we're going to have some Felted Friends and all that good stuff. So it's going to be one shot just for you patrons. So thank you so much for getting us there. We appreciate it.
What a great day. What a great choice.
What's that?
It's my birthday. What a great day and a great choice.
Oh, happy birthday!
Oh yeah!
Well, on the Patreon stream, not tonight.
The Patreon. Oh,
I figured that's what you meant. May 8th is your birthday.
Good. Yeah, it all sounded really confusing.
Yay, and thank you again to our sponsors, Wormwood Gaming, Norse Foundry, and Level Up Dice for helping us out as well. And all of your support, once again, goes directly back into the studio. So thank you for all of those. Thank you very much. And
dude, we'll be...
Oh, and put all of your questions in the Discord. Please join our Discord. It's a wonderful community. We're going to be hanging out with you guys in there. We are all up in there. And go to the Sahlen's Legacy thread. Post any questions you might have for the Patreon exclusive Talkback show. Behind the Legacy, where we're going to talk about the show. If you have questions about us as players, me as a DM, the world, what have you, clarification questions, because I'm sure you have plenty, and we'll get to those there. And at tiers 3 and above on Patreon, you will receive a Patreon exclusive pin, the Perception Studio glittery pin, which you can only get by signing up for tiers 3 and above. And every 3 consecutive months after that, you will be mailed a new pin. First up is the Chunk pin, which has gone out to most backers, and then on to the next one, it will be the Cucumber Rage pin, which looks just like the emote. Which I think actually our chat emote doesn't have the word. I think we nixed it for the emote, so you actually get to see what the full one looks like.
Cool.
Kind of fun. And that's it. And as always, we're gonna pay it forward with a raid. Are we on that? Am I on that?
Yep.
Should I do that?
No, we're good. We're rating minimal gameplay.
Oh, minimal gameplay. Yay, that's Maddie. Go give Maddie all the love. She's also on one of our podcasts called I'm Obsessed, which is her and Amber and occasionally some other hosts like Kenzie. So go hang out. Her streams are super interactive. I've joined in and played. There's a word game that she plays that I really want to do. It's like an unscramble. Like you find all the words within a bunch of letters, and you can play it with anybody in the chat. I think that would be fun for like hang out night.
Almost gone.
Okay, bye. Bye, everybody.